Yeah, yeah. There you go. Wow. Chandre. Yes. What? Hey. Please don't get me started. Extended the clip to 18, now we don't get caught it. Walk into the club, I'm looking for a Meg Thee Stallion. Hate on us, I hit your neck, your back and body, yada yada. Break it, bitch like this karate. Drip Fiji water. You don't gotta wonder, that bitch with me like a stalker. Got feet up in the field, US name in soccer. Hey. Kicking game is only proper. I'm a cow-ridden house, I walk around with a chopper. Get the poppin', all these corny niggas bored, red and vodka. Middle finger to the coppers, and my oppas in the pasta. Hit your noggin out your body, hit your noodle top ramen. Yeah, don't get me started. I am seasoned, let it pepper at the cartridge when insulted. I'm assaulted, said you king, you was lying, you Mufasa. So I stopped them out once I dropped them. It's a riot in this bitch, 40 goons like Alibaba. It's a dying in this bitch, 45 knock off your stomach. If you die up in this bitch, no ambulance is coming for you. 96 Honda. Try me, I get started. Please don't get me started. Extended the clip to 18, now we don't get caught it. Walk into the club, I'm looking for a Meg Thee Stallion. Hate on us, I hit your neck, your back and body, yada yada. Break a bitch like this karate. Drip Fiji water. You don't gotta wonder, that bitch with me like a stalker. I got feet up in the field, US women's soccer. Hey, kicking game is only proper. Well, I started, got a GD, still retarded. Gang banging, maybe the smartest, don't remember you from the apartments. One call for the cockpit, little homies come pull apart shit. Pick whatever they grab and cock it, pick whatever they can rob and lock it. Chandre, every season I link up with Old Bay. I be trying to get her for the bag while y'all trying to rack legs. I keep it simple while y'all on that wish and add eggs. Family guy, I got the lowest while y'all on that giggity. Carnivore, red to see like a dinosaur. Out in the public like Ola Major. You don't know me like Christian Dior. Out on the floor with a dime. Give me some more like Busta Rhymes. When we climax, we commit crimes. If she an Amazon, I'm gonna climb. Feeling like Nate, she in a bind. I got what she needs in time. She got Chandre in his prime, so I need her to get back in line. Tony Hawk, I'm on my grind. Where's Waldo? I'm hard to find. She watching, can't read the signs. Fucking with me, cost some fine. Please don't get me started. Extended the clip to 18, now we don't get caught it. Walk into the club, I'm looking for a Meg Thee Stallion. Hate on us, I hit your neck, your back and body, yada yada. Check on me. I get my head is for free, cut the bins. I got them all made. The concierge come free. Come correct, no need to check on me. I get my head is for free, cut the bins. I got them all made. The concierge come free. Hey, hey. The concierge come free. Everywhere I go, they want me. They think I'm Curry from the three. It's a Bay Area that they see. Ay, ay. Pull up, little baby, let's go. Pouring up the Henny, how we roll. My section, ladies on the floor. My boys ask for names, I don't know. Ay, tell me when to go. Your girl wanna fuck me on the low. They be asking questions I don't know. I be the type to say no. I like a pretty face with attitude. She always tell the truth, but she a little rude. Mommy give me brains from a good school. In the classroom, only play by my rules. Correct, no need to check on me. I get my head is for free, cut the bins. I got them all made. The concierge come free. Correct, no need to check on me. I get my head is for free, cut the bins. When they say no, I go. The concierge come free. Headed to the door.
When they say no, I go. When they say no, I go. When they say no, I go. Nothing in my way, heading to the door.
When they say no, I go.
When they say no, I go.
When they say no, I go.
Nothing in my way, heading to the door. Looking like the life of the party. I got what you need to get you started. Play the backfield, now I'm coming up. You have first place, now you runner-up. All black, tell it like a mobster. Rockin' red body when she whippin' pasta. Well, the man forecastin', he drippin'. And we only conversate about the winning. Top floor, yeah, you know we going up. Middle finger in the air, we don't give a fuck. Popping champagne like we just won the ship. Always calculated, never shooting from the hip. Tell me when to go, I show them that'll make it go. I got crazy girls around me going up and down the pole. Make it rain on them big bread, get it from my mama. Count it up, blue strips, don't forget the commas. I go.
When they say no, I go. When they say no, I go. When they say no, I go. Nothing in my way, headed to the door.
When they say no, I go.
Yeah. This is Treka, know better, do better. Shout out to J.A. and Cognac. I go, man.
When they say no,
Yeah.
I go.
When they say no, I go.
When they say no, I go.
Nothing in my way, heading to the door.
Headed headed to the dough, and it's looking lovely. Running to the bank, I'm never sorry. I do this shit, no games, no lames. 100 miles an hour to the money, fuck the fame. Hey, rookie of the year, how I'm coming. Stunting so heavily, why they frontin'? Damn, easy 500s on my feet now. I remember I was broke, not a cash cow. Me and the bread, we get along. Commas after commas in my count, going strong. Securing the back in every way possible. Working, sticking to the play, no audible. They wanted me to fall, but I just ball. They wanna call the shots, try to fall. But I'm the coach, drawing my own plays, executing to the max on my own pace. When they say no, I go. When they say no, I go. When they say no, I go. Nothing in my way, headed to the door.
Put me on. Put us on. Cognac.
MJ, aye. Put me on. Trying it on. Stack a million, then I'm gon' get money when I want. Say something, say I won't. Get mad when I don't. I get mad when I don't.
Tryna get on. Stack a million, then I'm gon' get money when I want. Say something, say I won't. Get mad when I don't. I get mad when I don't. I've been gone for 1 minute, so I owe you. I step out Sunday with my turf shoes. Cognac, find me on the top shelf. 10K to put in work, I should hold a belt. Moving independent, now I got it, and I'm going up. How I move, get it silent, still be showing up. Put me in the game, put me in, coach. I've been shooting in the gym, and you see the stroke. Coming through in the clutch like it's Dame time. 6th man of the year, I go get mine. Use a fan, you should clap a little louder. Spectating in the crowd, mean mug, use a follower. Dirty game, play to win, gotta break rules. Cheat code, beast mode, that's my only move. Coach Scotty got me running, that's a line drill. Colorblind, strange things, took that blue pill.
Put me on. Trying it on. Stack a million, then I'm gon' get money when I want. Say something, say I won't. Get mad when I don't. I get mad when I don't.
Tryna get on. Stack a million, then I'm gon' get money when I want. Say something, say I won't. Get mad when I don't. I get mad when I don't.
I'm living my life like I'm supposed to. In VIP, pull up on me, do I know you? $1,000 views, stays for no boo. You was poppin', now you old news. Everywhere I go, the whole shoes. I ain't gotta say it, but I told you. Hard work and dedication got me dictating. Now I understand why they hating. Show no mercy when it's game time. But I ain't in the night, I'ma get mine. Throwing more money in the air, I don't care. They asking about me, I'm everywhere. Put me on. Trying it on. Stack a million, then I'm gon' get money when I want. Say something, say I won't. Get mad when I don't. I get mad when I don't.
Tryna get on. Stack a million, then I'm gon' get money when I want. Say something, say I won't. Get mad when I don't. I get mad when I don't.
I'm just speaking the truth. Yeah. Cause I swear I don't get it. You know, it's like, it's real. They want me to rock the nice chain on, the Rolex diamond watch. I don't even rock with the physical like that. I'm trying to tap people back into their souls, you know what I'm saying? It's real. Look, I don't mess with the physical, but if I get to shining, then maybe they'll listen though. Nah, I ain't deviating, I'm still on a mission, bro. Trying to wake the blind, they don't see which way to go. Hey, I don't mess with the physical, I'm just tapping into the soul. Living life on the go. Rabbit hole, it get deep, I'm going as deep as it go. You a fish in the bowl, I'm breaking the code. No Da Vinci, it's Fibonacci. Hit 'em with this knowledge, hit 'em like I'm rap. Gotta keep it humble, no need to get cocky. High frequency, I don't think you can tap it. So I'm here to let you know, you got in the flesh, that's for sure. Hold on to your mind, never ever let it go. I'm just trying to build, trying to get it off the flow. Waking people up, time to get in God mode, it's for real. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, it's real. I keep it real. Yeah, I keep it real. Yeah, it's real. Keep it 100. Keep it real. Keep it real. It's real. I keep it real.
You think I ain't fucking lying?
I'm getting cheddar while the birds flock together. Think they good? Well, I'm better. Move the lane and I pull up for that jumper. Real bosses around when they pull up on that bumper. I'm getting cheddar while the birds flock together. Think they good? Well, I'm better. Move the lane and I pull up for that jumper. Real bosses around when they pull up on that bumper. Shooting off stocks, I ain't spend no checks. Vegas at the crap game and I ain't lost yet. Niggas broke, trying to show out. Mad cause they got no clout. Talking on the name only make me bigger. Ain't got a fake, I'm that nigga. Always had funds, hoes and firebug. Roll with them hitters, gangsta thug. Can't say enough, you really went left. Mad cause the bitch Didn't want you played it for the stretch. Bro, I salute you getting dope. Did you shoot a video at our studio? Funny. Did you pay for your time? That shit's funny. A waste of my time. Clown. But I'ma roast you, bitch. Call itself an ape, more like a chimpanzee. Fatty motherfuckers, what I does. I'm an urban legend. Nigga, fuck the bus. In a line, they come pop up. We own one. It's nothing to do to stop us. Eat good without a handout. Boy, get off the nuts on that fair route. Jump out. Kicks amazing. On the top shelf, if I'm blazing. Break a beat down, that's the sab track. Price going up, he gon' need a couple stacks. I'm the Mac with the cheese and the ronies. Keep that thing tucked, I'll be all on my lonely. All my cronies, 5150. You know where I'm at if you got up on a big with me. Hit Swifty on my Rick and Morty. Put me on stage, bet the crowd don't ignore it. Rap orgy, the guy get it done. Spin dough, get dough just to have fun. I'm a hustler, I'm known for that. You known to run your mouth? Him cap, real rap. You don't want the smoke, but if we go there, it won't be a joke. EPA, back on Illy. Got a bunch of real ones that gon' roll with me. Give me if I go in. Lyrical beast and ain't no win.
I'm in the building, fucked up, no soda in my shit. I got a break in my cup, kinda petty with the shit, so I got my pinky up. Top shelf hashes, what I sprinkle on my blunt. Posted in the VIP, grabbing on some asses. And your man's niggas where I'm dumping on my ashes. Higher than a motherfucker, higher with my glasses. And light up a blunt, motherfucker better pass it. Disneyland, Pittsburgh, fucking with the scope. My diz nigga smokes, got the line on the throat. We getting this dough, nigga, that's the show. In the building with my Latin song, stepping on toes. 30 in my buddy, what you know about that? Keep it cocked back, where my thiz niggas at? We bustin' in the back, smoking bats and be yak. From the stove to the beat, giving bitches heart attacks.
From the black to the turf again, that I'm on it. 24/7 just with the shit. I gotta get my dough, that's it. Better ask around, boy. We with the shit. From the black to the turf again, that I'm on it. 24/7 just with the shit. I gotta get my dough, that's it. Better ask around, boy. We with the shit. Right, I'm a money making nigga. If you see me on the turf, yeah, like go get it. Yo, skrill a phone, your boy, we getting cheddar. Watch what you speaking, got a car full of hitters when I ride. Best believe money on my mind, don't get between my chips, motherfucker, that's right. Fuck being broke, I'm on the block all day. I'm a 9 to 5, hustle money. Don't get in my way if I'm intoxicated. I mean, I'm elevated. It's all good, we made it. I'm from the bar, yup, no squares around me. Metal around my circle, you ain't with my team. Yeah, I fucks with my best spotters, it ain't nothing. Rock up, work, never see me in a bucket. Always in a fly whip, so I stay dope. Big beat in the track, phone music just knows. From the black to the turf again, that I'm on it. 24/7 just with the shit. I gotta get my dough, that's it. Better ask around, boy, we with the shit. From the black to the turf again, that I'm on it. 24/7 just with the shit. I gotta get my dough, that's it. Better ask around, boy, we with the shit.
Not bitch, but I'm more than just talk. Far from a square, get my chips from a block. Try and get what you got, cause that isn't you not. Touch chick to a bar, flip again, shit not. It's one for the customers, 24 hustlers. Throwing up the T, we some bad motherfuckers. Screaming out mine like a 2-year-old infant. My shit meant came and went, yeah, I got a 17. Move the block like Tetris, still young and reckless. Making you respect, got bread in a toaster, but I ain't making breakfast. I'm like, fuck you, pay me, going ass, how my yes. Smoking like a campfire. Yeah, I can suck it like a pacifier. Leave the block, curving vampire. Loud with a thumb, no flat tire.
From the black to the turf again, that I'm on it. 24/7 just with the shit. I gotta get my dough, that's it. Better ask around, boy, we with the shit. From the black to the turf again, that I'm on it. 24/7 just with the shit. I gotta get my dough, that's it. Better ask around, boy, we with the shit.
When I get off work, I enjoy my personal time. I'll drive to the store to get what I want. I see it, grab it, and get in line. There's only one cashier, and I'm pressed for time. The line is getting longer, and the cashier is just taking their time. Something occurred to me.
Good help is all to find. 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 When you're only paying a dime. Good help is all to find. Good help is all to find. Good help is all to find.
We live in a land that's all about financial success. But we underpay our workers and they come to work all stressed. In this country, we work more for less, while others live in excess. Sometimes when you're at work, in order to get the job done, you have to really bust your ass. But why should you if your employer won't give up some more cash? High-powered execs make millions off your back, but you're not able to let your own money stack.
Good help is hard to find. Good help is hard to find. Good help is hard to find. When you're only paying them dimes. Good help is hard to find. Good help is hard to find. Good help is hard to find.
In the 21st century, people are still being paid $11 to $13 an hour. If you paid me that little, my work ethic would be sour. Now I realize why most young people don't know how or want to work. Would you, if you were never paid what you're worth?
Good help is hard to find.
Good help is hard to find. Good help is hard to find. Good help is hard to find. Good help is hard to find.
You have to spend money to make money. People are your most valuable commodity. When American businesses realize this, it's such a rare oddity. All of this occurred to me while I wait in this long-ass line.
Good help is hard.
That good help is hard to find.
Good help is hard to find. Good help is hard to find. Good help is hard to find. Good help is hard to find. When you're only paying them dimes. Good help is hard to find. Good help is hard to find. Good help is hard to find.
Good help is hard to find.
The thing is,
Good help is hard.
you just can't think about it. You just gotta let go and trust in yourself. Cause you good. Here we go now, 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 so let's go! All you gotta do is jump, don't be scared, just jump. Ready, set, jump, jump, yeah, jump, jump. All you gotta do is jump, yeah, take a leap and trust that you'll land on your feet. All you gotta do is jump, tell them snakes goodbye. I'ma teach you how to fly, all you gotta do is jump. Skydiving in a hurricane, left my parachute like I never heard of pain. Hit my bullseye with perfect aim, now I'm killing them softly like when Roberta sang. Yeah, you could do the same. You can choose the fame, but don't confuse the game. You can paint a picture, then you can choose the frame. You can leave your mark, can they remove the stain? Don't worry about them other guys, otherwise you'll scare away the butterflies. Yeah, the only thing on your mind should be the look in your mother's eyes if your brother dies. Yeah, so throw caution to the wind. If you can't, then you're your own obstacle again. If you don't hold your breath, is it possible to swim? It's all psychological, my friend. All you gotta do is jump. Don't be scared, just jump. Ready, set, jump, jump, yeah, jump, jump. All you gotta do is jump, yeah, take a leap and trust that you'll land on your feet. All you gotta do is jump, tell them snakes goodbye. I'm gone, I'ma teach you how to fly. All you gotta do is jump. Come on, take a chance. It's not that scary. Come on, take a glance. The ones stuck on the ground can't advance. The ones flying around you, they enhance. Yeah, you gotta spread those wings. Hold on too tight or you gon' shred those dreams. People have crash landed, I've read those things. Fears run your life, let's behead those kings. Yeah, it's simple, just mimic a damn plane. And let the music be your guide, not your damn brain. What a damn shame, cats that can't hang. Don't understand it, end up crashing in the fast lane. In that lane, we were born to fly. And if we don't, then we're sworn to die. So just let go, baby, and then close your eyes so we can transform the sky. All you gotta do is jump. Don't be scared, just jump. Ready, set, jump, jump, yeah, jump, jump. All you gotta do is jump, yeah, take a leap and trust that you'll land on your feet. All you gotta do is jump, tell them snakes goodbye. I'ma teach you how to fly. All you gotta do is jump. Here we go now, 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 so let's go! All you gotta do is jump, don't be scared, just jump. Ready, set, jump, jump, yeah, jump, jump. All you gotta do is jump, yeah, take a leap and trust that you'll land on your feet. All you gotta do is jump, tell them snakes goodbye. I'ma teach you how to fly, all you gotta do is jump. Don't be scared, Ready, set, jump, jump, yeah, jump, jump. All you gotta do is jump, yeah, take a leap and trust that you'll land on your feet. All you gotta do is jump, tell them snakes goodbye. I'ma teach you how to fly. All you gotta do is jump.
Yeah, he's a wild boy in a jungle called Earth, trying to get his shine on, get his shine on. A wild boy in a jungle called Earth, trying to get his shine on. Yeah, he's a real true talent. With all of his might, he determined to make it and really put up a fight. But every now and then he gotta get his mind right, cause to get his shine on, he gotta be the light. Be the change he wants to see in the world and embody the vision that he wants to preserve. Like a good daydream, but it fades away, cause when he wakes up he's dizzy, heading the days. Tries to remember so he can put it together. Save it a flavor and really keep it forever. Don't know where he going, but he moving real fast. Prepared to die young, he gon' take his chance. Time is at the essence and he knows he's a star. Waiting to blow up, but times is hard. Meeting the right people, but the time ain't right. Or the vibe is off. Flame won't ignite like you got a book of matches, but they just won't burn. Like you waiting in line, but it ain't your turn. Like they told him take a number and have a seat. And while he in the waiting room, he keep falling asleep. Slipping in and out of that same daydream that he knows is the key to reality. Like a whisper, like a calling in and out of his ear, saying you got a purpose, but the words ain't clear. It's easy to see the stars when they all align, but has trouble with the vision through the cloudy skies. Easy to see the stars when they all align, but has trouble with the vision. Yeah, she's a beautiful girl in a glamorous world, trying to get a shine on, get a shine on. A beautiful girl in a glamorous world, trying to get a shine on. It's hard to be a diva when you broke, but everything that good is damn sure ain't gold. So she just making moves, making do with what she got. And let me tell you right now, that ain't a lie. She be getting by, just barely getting by. But she's convinced her only limit is the sky. Keeping her chin up and grin up regardless. And sometimes that part alone can be the hardest, to pick yourself up by your own bootstraps. Cause she never wanted to be in there to be trapped, so she won't accept a handout. Never that, but nobody offering, so it really don't matter. Has a lot of pride, but she keeps it in check, cause all she really looking for is the proper respect. And I bet if you seen her, you would think that she living good. She washing clothes in the sink, and she be thrift shopping like she in the Gucci store. But what's more, you couldn't tell either or. If she was rocking the lace like she deserves, she wouldn't be waiting for buses out on the curb. She wouldn't be walking a mile to get to work. But she don't be tripping, cause it could always be worse. He's a wild boy and she's a beautiful girl. They trying to get their shine on, get that shine on. A wild boy and a beautiful girl. They trying to get their shine on.
It feels like 86. Little Pocket came home, so we all in the mix. Put your hands in the sky if you're feeling fly, and stay well connected like a Wi-Fi. If I knew what I know now, shit, I would've been hit a U-turn. Told them youngsters to slow down. Uptown, yeah, I'm a dope boy. West Coast, nigga, where you from, boy? Speak of me, that's bad news. See, my family been migrated all the way from Baton Rouge. Ended up in California, West Coast living it up. Straight G, giving it up. Catch me at the Marriott or the Sheraton. Pop, all firearms carried in. Going dummy with the drumming when you run up. Take it back to 9-1, nothing but a come up. Right around the corner from 10 City. Me and Shady Blood in the Acorn, getting busy. Now it's time for me to bring it back. Hey, Mac, drop the top on the Cadillac. Yeah, so we can ride through the city of the hoe. Get back to the money like, what up, dog? Don't let the table turns, hand that plate to me. Cause when I make it to the top, I give it back to the streets. Yeah, I anticipated the game, don't wait. Yeah, I'ma hold it down, let the money levitate. Cause I'ma keep chasing chicken and keep a circle full of real ones. So blaze one for the nation. I anticipated the game, don't wait. Yeah, I'ma hold it down, let the money levitate. Cause I'ma keep
this your boy DJ Rowe. Speaking no better status. Get down tonight, man. Just about to get some of that Karen left.
Tell me what you wanna do. Look at me now. Young niggas want the beat, but they don't want the whole cat. How you like me now? I'm in the mix. I'm throwing up the west, keep my fingers on twisted. It's Mr. Sucker Free, all in the city with the time. I'm going round and round, getting dizzy. The impossible unstoppable, the incredible, doing the same two-step. This goes out to the OGs, M.O.B. If you know me, yeah, I'm back like I never left. You can catch me at the bar and I'm throwing down top shelf. I move mean when it's time to smash. Shit, I'm all about the cash, foot on the gas. Highly anticipated, the game don't wait. Yeah, I'ma hold it down, let the money levitate. Cause I'ma keep chasing chicken and keep a circle full of real ones. So let's one for the day.
Ooh, sad.
Hey, you know I'm good for it. Hey, Blue F. Hey.
You know I'm good for it. Keep it still slip, I never told I wish you would, buddy. Put him in the pot, we had to cook the buddy. If he ain't puffin' those eyes, then what you smoking, homie? I don't get why these niggas talk, these niggas really nervous. Lil' Bird, we like to slide the whip, you know he finna swerve. Cuddy flip, he tryna flip shit and leave him on the curb. Yeah, he tryna flip shit and leave him on the curb. Hey, nigga, you know I'm good for it. Up in the hood, I'm posted up, I'm feeling good, buddy. Got some bad bitches, they tryna fuck on me. Told them little bitches only running to the show, honey. Hey, brother, do the dash, nigga. If I see the fucking rollers, you better smash, nigga. Rollers tryna get us, man, that's a NOT. If I ever get caught, can never say a thing. It's gonna gang, bitch on my mama, I thought you niggas knew. If me and DJ got the pole, we tryna up and shoot. If we catch a op, we crack his top on gun gang, he drop. Do my diddy bop on the ops, you know they hate my top.
Shut. Smack. Stop playing. Look.
They know I'm good for it. All my niggas tryna ball, my whole hood scoring. Bad bitch had her pull up in that good foreign. She give me good neck, she only send you good mornings. I was like 16 doing boss shit. Same team, big three like we Boston. Learned a couple lessons, nigga had to take some losses, now we ballin'. Or shit, we booming, what they call it, Niggas lame, they can't get a thing from me. Took his bitch, she said it's the chain for me. Heard his songs, I think he get his slang from me, but I ain't tripping how I get it. Gotta get a game for free, see it's a mission how I hit it. Really ain't no thing to me. You ain't a boss, you can't even hang with me, I done left niggas for less, plus I'm with Hep, so when I step, I'm leaving bitches out they breakfast mad.
They know I'm good for it.
Wonder what Coretta said to Martin when they kissed goodbye. Had a smile for the ages that can lift the sky. We always dreaming for a romance with a ride or die. Betty Shabazz ain't had no answers for the FBI. Them girls is FYI, I'll be your alibi. We deal with kings and knights, but jokers not my type. I should call you Tiger with all them stripes. I should call you Williams with all that hype. Wonder what Coretta told King about to ride out with your team. Was she fussing about the cheating or she told him chase your dream? Gotta get the cream, have you sitting clean. You deserve the throne, and I can make you gleam. Call me daylight for a reason. I be shooting beams, nurturing your soul, it elevates your being. But baby, just don't cheat, cause you was not Jay-Z. Had to apologize in public, then go platinum in a week. Ride with me, baby. If I got it, then you got it too. Paper chasing in my lane, and I'm riding in my lane. But I'm getting side by side with you. It don't matter if them lynch letters real or fake. Won't let the world get between us, we can show love fate. They wanna see the black family break. When Harriet met Nelson, he didn't know his wife was his escape. I'm trying to bring you peace and war for those who hate. And I don't like to lose, so I don't fight with you. My attitude is so deflective, I abuse it as protection. Baby, I don't wanna fight you, I could be your greatest weapon. But the world is so deceptive, trying to tell you feel my strength. If you really wanna ride it, you should let me feel your tank. Power couple, that's the goal. I can play my role. Rule like Nefertiti, but submit for Pharaoh. Look at me like Barack, look at Michelle. And if the feds ask me, I'll never tell. You know I know you so well. Bring you to heaven, not the day out in hell. Ride with me, baby. If I got it, then you got it too. Paper chasing in my lane, and I'm riding in my lane. But I'm getting side by side with you. King Solomon, let me lead you out of Babylon. We could rule from Sheba to the Avalon. Think like I'm wealthy in another country. If you come in peace, you can ride on this donkey. Worth without measure, but I'm looking for a ruler. I can take a good man, turn him to Meta Musa. You betray my love, you betray your own heart. I embark for what you're passionate about, like Joan of Arc. Do what's best for you, always invest for you. Ain't talking what's feeling good, I'm talking your principles. If you seek God, the dreams will come to you. They don't see your potential, but they can't see the wind too. But I feel it, and I'm leaving. Rock with me, babe. Rock with me. Rock with me, baby. If I got it, then you got it too. Paper chasing in my lane, and I'm riding in my lane. But I'm getting side by side with you, with you.
amethyst, rock amethyst, yeah, amethyst. I rock amethyst. Don't need no rollie on my wrist. I rock amethyst. Don't need no rollie on my wrist. I rock amethyst, yeah, amethyst, amethyst, amethyst. Let's go. I be living rich. Look just like my pockets thick. Don't need no rollie on my wrist. Rather rock that amethyst. I keep killing every fit. I hit Hillcrest just to thrift. Puff on purple cannabis and watch the sunset at the cliffs. I'm so wavy, you could surf me. What don't pay me, don't concern me. Don't protect me, you can't hurt me. Focus like a camera lens. I ain't really on my shit till I can pay my mama's rent. Take her out that Honda Civic, put her in a all blue Benz, bitch. I don't rock no rollie on my wrist. I rock amethyst. I don't rock no gold chain on my neck. I rock amethyst. All I smoke is purple cannabis. I rock amethyst. Yeah, I rock amethyst. I don't think that they can handle this. Handle this. Yeah, you know I'm trying to channel shit. Rock purple amethyst. Yeah, you know I rock that amethyst. You can't handle this. Yeah, you know I'm trying to channel shit. Rock purple amethyst. Yeah, you know I rock that. My whole crew is beautiful, mentally and physical. We lit, but we still spiritual. Not who we was a year ago. My future looking brighter. They sleep on me, I pull all nighters. I smoke and spit that fire. Live the life that I desire. True, I ain't rich yet, so I gotta chase a check. Can't rock no gold chain on my neck. I'd rather rock that amethyst. Ask if I'm a legend, yes. Ain't no question who's the best. Ain't no rollie on my wrist, but I shine among the rest. Yeah. I don't rock no rollie on my wrist. I rock amethyst. I don't rock no gold chain on my neck. I rock amethyst. All I smoke is purple cannabis. I rock amethyst. Yeah, I rock amethyst. I don't think that they can handle this. Handle this. Yeah, you know I'm trying to channel shit. Rock purple amethyst. Yeah, you know I rock that amethyst. You can't handle this. Yeah, you know I'm trying to channel shit. Rock purple amethyst. Yeah, you know
Yeah, I'm a divine freak. Your girl always know how to find me. Taking bitches down is my hobby. Don't give me head if it ain't sloppy. Yeah, I'm a divine freak. Your girl always know how to find me. Taking bitches down is my hobby. Don't give me head if it ain't sloppy. Once upon a time, not long ago, I went to buy a couple swishers from the corner store. But oh no, what is this that I see? Two big booty Amazons waving at me. Ooh wee, bye. Look at them big lips, hips, and thighs. I wonder why I gotta be like that. My bitch is waiting at the room and she's already mastered. The right phone numbers with a pen and paper. I got a business card. Bitch, call me later. My bitch got a habit of always checking my pocket. She knows if I'm a pimpin' ways and she's trying to stop it. But oh no, it's never not gonna happen. I'll be a thug next nigga till I'm tired of macking. So either you can bounce to this or roll yourself another blunt, smoke an ounce to this. Come on. I'm a divine freak. Your girl always know how to find me. Taking bitches down is my hobby. Don't give me head if it ain't sloppy. Yeah, I'm a divine freak. Your girl always know how to find me. Taking bitches down is my hobby. Don't give me head if it ain't sloppy. Okay, now here's the whole situation. I brought condoms but forgot flavored lubrication. They love oral sex and anal penetration. That's what they told me on the three-way phone conversation. So I set up a date so we could hook on up. They both said they really like me and they wanted to fuck. I said cool, we can keep this on the hush, but let's all keep it mindset. Sex is a must. I got 2 free bi bitches in my bed. One sucking on my nipples, one's giving me head. Yeah, we sucked and we fucked and we fucked and we sucked till we all passed out getting multiple nuts. I'm stuck nasty for life and I mean it. I spit my weed to the face, no one else need it. Made a lot of porn flicks, you done probably seen it. Shake the pussy clean with some soap, girl, I eat it. Yeah, I'm a divine freak. Your girl always know how to find me. Dick bitches down is my hobby. Don't give me head if it ain't sloppy. Yeah, I'm a divine freak. Your girl always know how to find me. Dick bitches down is my hobby. Don't give me head if it ain't sloppy. Yeah, Father God in heaven, thank you for your blessings. Thank you for life lessons. Thank you for these women I be sexting, texting. Yeah, I pray to be forgiven. Lord, forgive my pimping. Lord, forgive my sinning. Lord, forgive my drug, sex addiction. Amen.
Now that I'm done repenting, time to get back to sinning. It's a battle that my flesh keeps winning. I pray that my soul is forgiven. Judge me not and you won't be judged. If only God could judge me, then why you give a fuck? If you don't know the Lord, then I'm sorry for your love, because the personal relationship with God is what's up. Yeah, I'm a divine freak. Your girl always know how to find me. Take a bitch down is my hobby. Don't give me head if it ain't sloppy. Yeah, I'm a divine freak. Well endowed, the Lord blessed me. I can care less what you think of me, because being thug nasty is my destiny. Yeah, the freaks come out at night, but I'm a freak too even during daytime. Your girl texts me when she want a good time. Smoke a blunt, get a nut, write me a rhyme. Yeah, I'm gonna live my life. Grown ass man and I'm gonna get high. Play with my nose, then I go on live. Fucking on your bitch when I go on live. Yeah, I'm a divine freak. Your girl always know how to find me. Take a bitch down is my hobby. Don't give me head if it ain't sloppy. Yeah, I'm a divine freak. Your girl always know how to find me. Take a bitch down is my hobby. Don't give me head if it ain't sloppy. Yeah. Don't give me head if it ain't sloppy. Yeah. Take a bitch down is my hobby. Don't
Yo, do you want the chosen, nigga? Respect is earned part 2, nigga. Gotta be on your motherfucking grind, nigga. Feed your family, nigga. Take care of your kids. That's what this shit about, nigga. Count up. Young niggas on a paper chase. Getting to the money, that's all I know. Can't fuck around with these broke niggas. If you ain't getting money, there's something wrong. Why hate on me? Cause I'm stacking bread. Living life and my bitch is bad. Driving foreigns, these niggas mad. I'ma keep getting money, better understand. Look, all I know is count up. Do a couple shows, count up. Move a couple bows, count up. Got that money machine, count up. Make a bad bitch, count up. Buy a new whip, count up. Buy some new clothes, count up. Pay off the plug and count up. What? Stack it and flip it. Flip it and stack it. You know the reaction. Young niggas get money. We off in these streets, no boasting or bragging. Tryna rob, toe tag them. Don't wanna kill nobody, but all that bullshit we ain't having. Strapped up, I blasted. Streets crazy than the motherfucking niggas out here ain't lasting. Do the shit with a passion. On the grind every day, niggas tryna be everlasting. Every track I'm smashing. Swerving off in the Benz and the roof in the panoramic. Gotta do everything B.I.G. Dead presidents, all a nigga wanna see. If it ain't about the money, I ain't tryna speak. Niggas tryna be friendly when they see a G. Fuck that, I ain't into the small talk. Get a bankroll, nigga, this a paper route. Motivation for the hood niggas on the block. If you're real, you can feel what I'm talking about. I'm just trying to feed my motherfucking family. Want a verse, then it gotta be a salary. Nothing free, can't let a nigga play me. Cut the check, motherfucker gotta pay me. Young niggas on a paper chase. Getting to the money, that's all I know. Can't fuck around with these broke niggas. If you ain't getting money, there's something wrong. Why hate on me? Cause I'm stacking bread. Living life and my bitch is bad. Driving foreigns, these niggas mad. I'ma keep getting money, better understand. Look, all I know is count up. Do a couple shows, count up. Move a couple bows, count up. Got that money machine, count up. Make a bad bitch, count up. Buy a new whip, count up. Buy some new clothes, count up. Pay off the plug and count up. What?
I'm in love with you. I don't know how to explain it to you. I can't stop thinking about you. I carry you in my spirit. I pray for you more than I pray for myself. And when you smile like that, my world... All right.
Yeah, boldly go places we both never been. Light up some weed, have some drinks, then we commit some sins. Fornicating with you is such a sweet blessing. Please forgive me, Lord, I pray this sin will never end. I wanna mate with your soul, make love to your mind. I feel connected every time our bodies intertwine. I know no greater love exists, you're one of a kind. Beautiful and divine, beacon of light that shine. Dark times, you are my light, during hard times, make it seem alright. Don't wanna argue, no need to fight, I just wanna bring joy in your life. Lord knows with you I aim to be patient. I just want us to always be adjacent. I want royalty and she's with that. I need loyalty and she is that. Support my dreams and she did that. She believes me and I dig that. She makes me work hard and she's so worth it. I give her all my love cause she deserves it. Yeah, you and me and you, girl. I think about you and me and you, girl. Yeah, you and me and you, girl. I fantasize about us taking over the world. You're pinky, I'm the brain. We can switch roles, I won't complain. We can switch roles, switch lanes as we both pursue our dreams. Or like Ashford and Simpson, we're solid as rock. You're Remy Ma and I'm Papoose, real love and hip hop. We got a good friendship and I'm with it. Don't wanna live with this love and I get it. If you believe in me and invest in our love, it'll multiply triple digits. Yeah, Lord knows with you I can be impatient. I want you so bad that I can taste it. I love the way you think, your thoughts turn me on. Your voice soothes my soul, and your words put me on. And when you're away, I have withdrawals, feeding for your touch. I'm a knock for your love, and you're my only drug.
Who taught you, please, who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man?
They'll never treat me like a white man unless a nigga plays sports or hit the right dance. That's why the sour in my right hand. On stage in the club, rocking with no hype man. Muhammad fought his way to greatness. That nigga Jackie rhymed his way to greatness. Entertainment, same as slaving, so fuck, I made it first show. Last 1 minute, ho. Oh my goodness gracious, oh shit. Riding down the strip, and my mama whip. Oh chick, licking on my tip. Yeah, bro, I'm a pimp. Years later, same player in the game, winning down. Get it till you get it, cause I get it. That one I'm content with. She doping women, she doping women. I'm content with she doping women, she doping women. Listen, nigga, I came from a plate where them niggas shade. Nothing else but she's doping women. And them niggas straight. Shit just give me she's doping women, she's doping women. Shit just give me she's doping women, she's doping women. Listen, nigga, I came from a plate where them niggas shade. Nothing else but she's doping women. And them niggas straight. Shit just give me 50 gram bag of that sour, 50 gram bag of that diesel, 50 gram bag of that Keisha. Sprinkle Molly in and make a yum shit eager. All I need is a bubble butt, double cup of D's, let my brother hit. Cousin fuck, ain't no jealousy, man. I open up my closet when it's time to make deposits. Take my shirt off of my vault, then I unlock it. I make profit every day. I smoke every day. I drink every day. I go every day. Let me stop for I get curved. Wait, this that jet life. Just swipe. Goddamn nigga didn't even chat right. Just met her, but twice, and I messed that shit on Instagram. Don't you ask me shit if you don't benefit. In no word, mind your business, bitch. I'm about that. She doping women. She doping women. She doping women. She doping women. Listen, nigga. Nothing else but she's doping women. And them niggas straight. Shit just give me she's doping women. She's doping women. Shit just give me she's doping women. She's doping women. Listen, nigga, I came from a plate where them niggas shade. Nothing else but she's doping women. And them niggas straight. Shit, hit the liquor store, get the pinnacle, then I go hit my homie, that's the closest to me with the shit to smoke. Take a toe, then I pick a hoe out my phone book, then I kick her out the crib. I'm dipping back to getting. She doping women, she doping women, back to getting. She doping women, she doping women. Listen, nigga, I came from a plate where them niggas shade. Nothing else but she's doping women, and them niggas straight. Shit just give me she's doping women, she's doping women. Shit just give me she's doping women, she's doping women. Listen, nigga, I came from a plate where them niggas shade. Nothing else but she's doping women, and them niggas straight. Shit just give me.
We protect game, don't follow those. Move them numbers on that El Chapo. We don't stop, no. Count it up. Never listen to a lane. How that sound to us? We protect game, don't follow those. Move them numbers on that El Chapo. We don't stop, no. Count it up. Never listen to a lane. How that sound to us?
Yeah, look, me listen to a lame, how that sound to us. Ape City 2020, yeah, we counting up. Had to get to the back, then ran it up. Try to play me, Glock gon' back him up. AP on my wrist, yeah, I'm acting up. Yeah, I heard niggas mad, stop acting tough. El Chapo, I send a nigga up. Midnight, broad day, I don't give a fuck. Blessed. Yes, I'm feeling blessed. Look at my wrist and my neck. I kill me a nigga and die with respect. You talk about gas, but you not a threat. 762s turn you to a mess. I'm trying to run up this check, and these niggas mad I took off like a jet. I did it all for the fam. You niggas know who I am. ACD bitches the clan. I'm trying to get to these bands. Niggas don't hate, but they really some fans. Got a gun, but I heard you a runner. Hella broke, damn that's a bummer. Ape City, we been hitting numbers, and this shit gon' turn up to summer.
We protect the game, don't follow those. Move them numbers on that El Chapo. We don't stop, no. Count it up. Never listen to a lane. How that sound to us? We protect game, don't follow those. Move them numbers on that El Chapo. We don't stop, no. Count it up. Never listen to a lane. How that sound to us? Yeah.
Ape City niggas in the building. Fuck how you feeling? You niggas be claiming y'all gangsters, but can't do the time y'all be squealing. That's why I can't trust nobody. Gotta move by my lonely. I fuck with Ape City Reed cause he my brother. Fuck a motherfucker homie. I don't need no new friends, bitch, I need new ends. Tryna get a new biz, finna set a new trend. Fuck you, who you next? Yeah, and I'ma cool the best. Bitch, me, I'm back in the flesh. I don't do the Instagram, I just do the streets, bitch. Bitch, fuck with many cause I'm on some real street shit. I ain't with the slick this. I give you suckers two options. Get hit with my fist of the chopper. We moving them numbers, El Chapo. If Eddie the boss, I'm the capo. I'm finna head to the rancho. The streets gon' be flooded tomorrow. If we're moving them drugs in a poncho. Chaparralo, that's packed with them hollows. No swim with them sharks, you get swallowed. All that fuck shit we don't follow.
That game, don't follow those. Move them numbers on that El Chapo. We don't stop, no. Count it up. Never listen to a lane. How that sound to us? We protect game, don't follow those. Move them numbers on that El Chapo. We don't stop, no. Count it up. Never listen to a lane. How that sound to us? Yeah.
Dynasty. Niggas don't understand, I'm solid ground, I'm hella around. I knock these bitches like I smoke a fucking weed, that's a pound. It's round after round, and I'm the bitch that wear the crown. Niggas talking internet shit, bitch, I'm about to come around. I take a visit you in the night moon, under over your bed. Fucking wrong. You talk that shit, bitch. You finna be doomed.
You in the building, Treka? Treka, are you in the building?
Yes, yes.
We get the
What up, what up? Welcome to Know Better, Do Better with Treka, DJ Rowe on the building. So, thank you for holding it down with the music. So we heard a couple new things. How you doing, Ro?
Good, and you?
Doing good, doing good. Who else is in the building with us?
It's just us two.
Oh, okay. I am. What up, Anna? Anna's in the chat room, so we gotta say what up to Anna. Always supporting.
What's going down, Anna?
Yeah, my phone was tripping. I had to turn off, turn on, a whole bunch of other stuff. But
oh boy.
Yeah, as long as it's still kicking, it's still good. But it is what it is. When you know better, you do better, right?
There you go.
So what we got going on today?
I don't know. I thought you said Betty was coming through with some of that cook up.
Fetty's supposed to come through with some of that cook up.
Yes. Jay Fetty, y'all, check out his album on Spotify. The Cook Up Volume 2. Woo! Fire.
And shit, by the time you get to that, he'll probably have something else out for you. So it's a matter of factly for Jay Fetty. He keeps it going.
Yes, he do.
I don't know why I'm having trouble sending the link.
Who are you trying to send it to?
To Self-Made, Joshua Hill. I don't know what's going on my computer right now. Things have been all wonky for the past few weeks in life, period, not just on computers. So, yeah.
Link has been sent.
Link has been sent.
It's all right. It happens.
Do you have room too?
Do I have who? You want me to
Do you
send
have room?
I can send it to him. Yeah, you want me to send it to him?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
But I didn't realize how close Thanksgiving was. But that's next week, right?
Yep, next week, next Thursday.
What do you normally do for Thanksgiving?
I'm gonna go over my parents. I guess they got a turkey. I forgot to ask them if my dad ever found some chitlins. So, yeah. But he stopped asking me, so that's a good thing.
You're not gonna eat chitlins?
Absolutely not.
Not even for the holiday.
Nope.
Oh, you even got claps for buttons and stuff.
They're like, yeah, DJ Ro, you are, man, you know better. And when you know better, you do better.
Yeah. I'm happy and sad to say I'm probably not going to be able to go anywhere except for home, my house, for Thanksgiving, because I plan to have started a new job by then.
All right.
Yeah. If not more than one, at least one.
And Joshua's in the building. He's about to be in the building in about 10 seconds.
Oh, yeah. I definitely failed as a host because he should have had the link when you sent it to me. I don't know. I'm normally on top of these type of things, but Today was just a long day. Long day. And I've been rolling lumpia for the past couple of days. That's good.
So is this your first time rolling lumpia?
Absolutely. It won't be my last time though.
Oh, nice. So you think you're gonna start doing it on a regular now, like making your own lumpia and stuff now that you done learned the secret?
Probably not.
Uh-oh.
Probably not. Lumpia is a lot of work. But just like we talked about, at least I learned another authentic cuisine, how to make a dish, but it's not easy getting these traditional techniques from other people. So I think this week our whole topic for the episode will be gratitude, since Thanksgiving is coming up. And I think a lot of us go about day to day and we don't show a lot of appreciation or gratitude, not just for ourselves, but for other people and for the things that we have. And I think that's the whole point of Thanksgiving. But I think a lot of people have forgotten about Thanksgiving because everybody's jumping to Christmas right now.
Well, you know, Thanksgiving has been outed, just like Christopher Columbus. A lot of people I know, they don't really celebrate Thanksgiving like they used to.
But they celebrate Christmas.
Yeah, there's some that do, but this is like the decade of where people are starting to know all the stuff about Christopher Columbus killing everybody and all that. Nobody wants to really celebrate the stuff like they used to. So,
well, if that's the case, they shouldn't celebrate any holidays then, if that's the case, because
hey, I'm just going by what I see from some people.
I haven't celebrated really, but I won't say I haven't celebrated Thanksgiving. I haven't celebrated the holiday that's promoted by, society. I haven't celebrated that kind of Thanksgiving in many years. But I celebrate Thanksgiving it's different for me. I give thanks for the things I have, show gratitude for the things and the people in my life that are beneficial or supportive of me. What up, Josh?
What up? What up?
I'm not going out and buying hella turkeys and shit and talking about Christopher Columbus' white ass and how he saved the world that's not my Thanksgiving. Anybody that still believes in that Thanksgiving is tripping. But right. What else do they teach kids now in school other than the Pilgrims and the fucking Indians now? Have they told the truth? Have they changed it?
I saw a teacher on the news saying she was telling the truth, but I don't know if they changed the curriculum completely.
She was telling the truth? Did she still have a job?
Yeah, they was trying to get on her saying that Christopher Columbus did it, and then she said, but what really happened is he killed all these people, and they were like, they didn't really want her to say that, but she said it.
Does she still have a job is the question I ask, because how you can't be saying all that out loud. That's like telling the whole world that Santa Claus ain't real. And it's like, how dare you? But he's not real. It's the truth. I don't know. I mean, to me, like, I guess I just see Thanksgiving as an opportunity for people to get together, as that's the only thing I see that's like family and friends. I haven't been around family on Thanksgiving for many years because I live in San Diego. I'm that one the outcast, if you would. But I still haven't celebrated like that in a long time. And even when I was still a part of them celebrating like that, it was too much. It wasn't, it still was getting away from the whole point of just being thankful and having gratitude for your life, for each other, for your family, for your health, for your wealth, for all that. It's like, well, who's gonna make this and who's gonna cook that? And we ain't having it at my house. And well, I don't want to clean up after all y'all being at my house. It's like, okay, it's too much. Let's just not, just we are just getting away from the whole purpose because it's worse than Christmas. And Christmas gets so bad because everybody expecting gifts from somebody. What if motherfuckers can't afford gifts? Like, I think we talked about this before, but I mean, I will also say that I don't really make a big deal about Thanksgiving because I feel like people should be giving thanks every day. Every day I wake up, I say, thank God. Thank you, God. I give gratitude for my life, for my breath, for my roof over my head. Shit, I might be going through the roughest of the roughest that day, but I still have gratitude for my life and for my purpose because I'm still here. So I feel like Thanksgiving is like, I don't know, it's kind of like a slap in the face because you should be giving thanks all the time, not just on one day. You should be giving thanks every day. It shouldn't even have to be a holiday. That's why I don't really like holidays because most of the shit that we celebrate on this one day, you should be celebrating the entire year, every day. So, I mean, that's just my take on it. So I've always worked at a job where I had to work on Thanksgiving any fucking way. So It wasn't even never a holiday. And this is probably going to be the first year I'm not working on Thanksgiving. And I still don't have no fucking plans. I mean, if I can go get a couple plates here and there, I'm gathering, hunter and gather. Let's take it back to the back and the back. But yeah, other than that, I'm not sure. What you got planned for Thanksgiving, Josh?
Nothing. I mean, pretty much the same old, everyday type thing. I do know my family will be getting together, but we don't do turkeys and you know what I mean, like most, at least my mom, my dad, they don't eat no meat like that. So, it ain't gonna be no traditional Thanksgiving and none of that type of stuff. So I mean, it might just be a little family get together, just normal type shit,
Mm-hmm.
Another day.
So we should be doing every day or every weekend anyways.
Yep.
So I remember last time we were talking, you said your mom and dad, you got them into the whole vegetarian thing. They still sticking to it, right?
Yeah, they've been, well, they do fish like every now and then, once a month or something like that. They'll do some fish. But outside of that, they don't mess with like the chicken, the pork, the beef, the turkeys, none of that type of stuff. So we ain't gonna have no ham, none of that type of stuff there. You know what I mean? And that's not what my sister, she gonna be there, and she don't eat. She's vegan as well, or I'm not gonna say vegan, but plant-based, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's not gonna be like that traditional type of thing. To me, it's just another day. You know what I mean? Another day. People are gonna be seeing each other. We see each other all the time anyway, so it's
right.
Nothing new.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, Roselle says he's not gonna eat no chitlins, but his family's eating chitlins.
That's just I can't do it.
You messing with it? You used to mess with it or what?
No, when I found out that it was chitlins and they tried to give it to me, but I found out it was what it was. I wasn't touching it. It wasn't happening.
Yeah.
I did. I'm telling you, I'm from the South. We ate everything on the pig, from the rooter to the tutor. I used to help clean them damn nasty ass smelling chitlins, but I still ate them bitches. And it's a damn shame. It's like a miracle, all the things that we survived off of.
All right.
Like, you really can't. I won't say we the best of the best of the best, but you really can't kill us. Like you really try to give us the last part of the pig, and the pig is one of the worst animals to eat after, and we still survive.
Yeah.
So that's kind of amazing to me. What are they teaching? Okay, you have kids, right? You have a kid, self-made, Josh?
Yeah. Yeah.
How old is your child?
He's a year and a half.
Are you going to send him to school or are you going to homeschool him?
We are doing homeschool, not doing the public school. Nope. I'll be able to, make it all make sense for him, I guess. Because I know when I was in school, it was like I was there for the other kids and shit. I wasn't trying to listen to nothing that they was talking about, nor did none of that stuff connect to me when I was in school. Like I didn't get the connection of like, of any of that shit. Honestly, like I'm just like, what is okay? Y'all just teaching me all this stuff for what? What was the reason? What was the purpose? I didn't get it. So I think, knowing what I know now, I'll be able to relate science to my son in a way that he can understand it, to where it's like, oh, okay, I see how this relates to me and my body and my biology and you know what I mean, and history and English, and just really be able to show him, you know what I mean, the ropes of like where all this stuff come from, how do we get this stuff, and why do we use this, why don't we use this, and you know what I mean? Because in school you don't get that type of understanding. On top of they not teaching you shit like how to grow your own food, shit that matters. You know what I mean? Like they don't tell you about no real estate or nothing like that. How
no financial literacy, no nothing.
Yeah, they don't tell you about nothing. So I'll be able to show him all of that type of stuff too, at an early age, instead of having to wait till I'm 18 or, got to go to college to learn about all this stuff.
Yeah. I mean, seeing as I've been unemployed for a few months now, I've been doing a lot of like Zoom interviews and phone interviews and stuff. And at one point I was like, I'm going to just take the fact that I went to college off of my resume because does it matter? It really doesn't, because I leave it on there and they ask about it sometimes. Right. But for the most part, what I learned in school doesn't even apply to life right now. I learned in 1999 to 2004. That shit is not relevant anymore, whether it be on computer or in books.
Yeah,
and it's like, yeah, you went to college, but shit, the shit they teaching these kids in school and how they do their math now is not what I learned. I couldn't tutor anybody at this point.
Right. Yeah,
even though math never changes, but the way that we formulate and calculate things, that's what the methods have changed. But not only that, the world has changed. And that's why I feel like unless we're going to dedicate ourselves to upgrading the lessons and the plans and knowledge or the education along with life, it's pointless to go to school. It makes no sense to learn about shit that happened 500 years ago, 100 years ago. It don't matter. Yeah, it's good to know history, but you can't apply that to everyday life. And even the shit that I learned in college, you really can't apply it in everyday life. The biggest lessons that I learned from college was networking and socialization and stuff like that, how to deal with people.
Right.
And I think that we've gotten so further away from dealing with people with technology. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're on a fucking podcast right now. None of us is in the same city or the same room or nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But even us having, this is more connection than a lot of people have with a lot of people. So I wonder, like, how do we go about progressing education in a social way to where it keeps up with how society is as a whole, where it's beneficial for kids. Otherwise, if I have kids, I'll say today, right now, if I had kids, I would be self-schooling them. They would be at home. And it ain't just because of COVID.
Right, yeah.
I would have been self-schooling my kids. They would have been at home way before COVID. Just because, like you said, they don't teach you anything that makes it valuable for you in the real world. It's nothing, that translates really.
Right.
Roselle, what do you feel? Roselle, is he there?
Yeah, what's that? Can you repeat that?
I said, how do you feel about schooling and kids? I know you don't have any kids either, but
I feel that the history has been changed a little bit. Now that stuff is being opened and everybody's hearing the truth, I think it's getting to where people are learning the truth, and it's doing what it was going to do eventually anyway. I think the truth, you can't hide it forever. So.
And so with that being said, what do all of us who learned all these false truths, what do you think a lot of people are doing to kind of, and this is a question for both of you guys, but what do you think people are doing to kind of deal with the fact they're getting these truths and it combats what they've learned over many years or what they've believed?
Like what? Give it like as far as like what holidays or?
We could say holidays. We can say I think there's a lot of politics that are getting exposed right now too, as far as like how the government moves and how they are always in war somewhere, and they don't necessarily tell us all the time until it becomes a big deal.
That's like a tactic of war right there. Honestly, like when a certain country or nation, wins a war, they pretty much erase the history of the people that they took over and, give them their history. You know what I mean? So it's like all the stuff that we was doing before, what's happening right now, would probably be our true nature, our true way of life. Like when you think about natives and the Native Americans, and I'm talking about Black people when I say natives, indigenous. You know what I'm saying? We was living off of the land, like you know what I mean. We was tapped into medicinal plants and herbs, and you know what I mean. It's a way more natural way of life. Growing our own food, doing all that type of stuff to, this quote unquote, I don't know what this is, like this new way of life. But I wouldn't say that it's well, I mean, everything's ours in a certain way, you know what I mean? But I would just say this is the remix with a twist to it, but yeah, ultimately it's like, the whole history was removed. So people, if you accept it, you accept it. I mean, after so many years of programming it into your mind and stuff, I mean, it's like
why don't I believe it?
People. Yeah.
I think it's gotten so bad to the point that the programming doesn't even allow you to even think that you have the capability to think outside of the limitations of it. So it's like it's made so that people are so reliant on like government or so reliant on infrastructures that are put in place by the government that, like you said, they don't even know how to grow their own food if we really had to. You don't know how to grow your own herbs if you really had to. Like if grocery stores shut down today, 80% of us would probably fucking die. because not a lot of people have things even stored in their house to survive
Right.
off of being self-sufficient. So it made you, I think a lot of places and programs and processes in general have made it so that we are so reliant on either computers or, other shit to just make it day to day. And if anything falls out of place, like heaven forbid, the bank system went down, for instance. Nobody knows how to bargain and trade. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knows how to go and, I'll give you these services for your services, or I'll give you this for that. Like the whole back to the basics thing, it would be chaotic for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of weird. I've really been contemplating this today, and I don't know why. Just today was so weird. Like, what the fuck would we do if electricity or if everything shut down? Because everything is in compliance to computers, right? Your banking, your food, you're paying your bills. I pay my rent over the phone or, through my banking system. Like, if I don't want to have human interaction for a whole day, it's very possible. And that's really scary because I feel like that means that we have given too much of our power over to the computer side of science. And then, what happens when these computers get a little bit more smarter than us and they start running them damn cells? It's like, okay, then what are we gonna do? Because they pretty much already do that. When you go to grocery store and they do self-checkout, ain't no person. That's computer and you. So
that's how I feel about Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting on someone to explain that to me, where it comes from. Nobody
okay,
can
well, address your situation with Bitcoin with the public, because no one else knows what you're talking about.
Okay, I've talked to numerous people that do Bitcoin. My question is, okay, where is the currency technically coming from? What is it derived from? So when you're putting your money on paying for Bitcoin, where are the Bitcoin coming from? Where did it derive from? Is it, like gold, silver? What is it from? What is it from? What is it?
It's just like a bank. It's just like a bank. It ain't the only difference is it can't be regulated.
But you do see my point, though. If you go to the bank, sometimes they're supposed to have gold. They're supposed to have the gold to match it. They may not, but they can tell you, well, we have the gold. We have Fort Knox. We have the gold. Bitcoin, no one has ever told me what is it derived from. What is Bitcoin? What is it?
Right.
It's imaginary money. It's money like all other money. It's imaginary.
I mean, that's what I said. Like once you take your physical cash and you give it to the bank, poof, nigga, the bank just turned into Bitcoin. Like when you look at your phone and you see numbers in your account, like ones and zeros, that's exactly what you will see looking at Bitcoin. It's all digital. Like that's the difference between having something tangible, whether it's fiat like paper money, or if you're talking about gold and silver and platinum and copper and all that type of stuff. Like once you give it to somebody, whether it's a bank or Bitcoin or crypto or whatever, that shit turns into digital currency. And at that point, like versus the bank, they got the federal, so it's like they regulate it. But Bitcoin is decentralized, so that you could it's probably back doors, whoever runs the whole crypto shit and got the keys to all this shit. They say, oh, nobody knows because the shit's constantly changing or whatever the fuck they say, you know what I mean? But they could, I'm pretty sure they could backdoor. I heard some shit about that anyways, where they backdoored some sort of crypto and they took all the money, and you know what I mean, and people was broke. And then that's another thing too. Like people can create, like you can create your own crypto.
That's what I was just about
currency.
to say. So that means I can make my own money and put some value to it. And
It's just
tell people.
it comes down to how many people are gonna buy into your coin. And because I just seen that happen, like it was some coin that they had, it was a new coin, and people put in all this money. It was like $2 million, something around there, like 2 point something million dollars. And the person that owned that whole coin pulled all their money out, like sold all this shit, and everybody that put their money in, they didn't get nothing.
So technically, it's like a pyramid scheme. So it's like when you get enough people to put all their money in, there's someone that's literally probably taking the majority of it, but just keeping enough in just to keep everybody going. I get it.
No, I don't think it's like a pyramid scheme. It's more of like just a belief scheme. Like you have to just have enough people believe that this is worth something to put that value to it. That's just like regular fucking money. Like if nobody told you that $5 was worth $5 and $1 was worth $1, they both own the same piece of paper. They're both kind of worth the same amount. Only thing that differs is the value that's printed on the paper, right?
Yeah,
so
that's true. But technically, if you have $1, it's supposed to match up with gold in the Federal Reserve. It's supposed to. So that's what I'm trying to figure out with Bitcoin. I get what you're saying, but where did it derive? Where is Bitcoin deriving from besides someone putting their own money? It's like a pyramid scheme. That's what it seems like.
A pyramid scheme is like, okay, I start this, you go start this, then I eat off of you going to get somebody else to do some other work for me. I think that's a difference in like a pyramid.
No, that kind of sound like the same thing. If you get enough people to put in money and then some more people put in money, then the main person is getting all this money. I mean, where's the money? I mean, someone has to put in the money for the money to be something, right? I mean, I'm not getting it.
I don't know, because it's not money. It's bits.
All right. She drop it in there. I mean, that shit poops. That shit gone. I don't. And I was about to say too, like, I don't think none of our like American dollars. I don't think none of that shit backed by gold. I remember that's what Gaddafi was trying to do, and they killed him. But I don't think our shit backed by no gold. That's why they keep printing it. You know what I'm saying? If they couldn't just keep printing it without having
the gold to print it with.
Well, they used to have. I know that they used to have a Federal Reserve that was supposed to hold all this quote unquote gold and silver and all that stuff that's supposed to match up with the money. Not saying that they have it, but that was the excuse. I'm trying to figure out what the excuse is for Bitcoin. That's my thing. I don't know where it derived from.
Same excuse that the U.S. Treasury got for why we in $1 trillion debt. How y'all print up all this money, ain't no gold to match it, so now y'all in debt. If it was gold to match it, you wouldn't be in debt because you wouldn't have money to exchange it for, because you wouldn't have enough gold to be $1 trillion in debt.
Right.
I don't know. That's just my logical thinking about it, but I agree with you, Roselle. I don't know where the money comes from. The money comes, you know where the money comes from? We put the value on it as people. So if you wanted to go and print up some fake ass monopoly money, and you got enough people to believe that that money is worth something and put value on it, people would start buying it. That's the mind of people.
That's for everything.
All an illusion.
It is at that point. That'll be everything. We put the value to everything on this damn planet. So all the value coming from us. We putting the money into Bitcoin. That's the only way Bitcoin is, has reached where it's at, is through our, you know what I'm saying, process of giving them the money.
And so then I asked this question too. If all the computer systems went down, does that mean everybody lose their Bitcoin?
I would assume so, unless it just reboot and everybody still left off where they was left off at.
No, your fucking money is gone. It's all digital. You're gonna be wiped the fuck out.
Hey,
So
we got Woon in the building. I don't know why he's so quiet over there. You can jump into this Bitcoin, man.
Oh no, I'm just listening. Somebody sent me a link for Bitcoin and shit to try to tap in on some cryptocurrency type shit. I remember like I say probably about like a good 6 months ago, shit was jumping. I could not hop on any social media platform and not see people talking about it. But I ain't seen nobody talking about that shit right now. So I don't know.
I think it's like it's one of those fads that's gonna phase out like everything else. I mean, if we didn't build a system around the dollar, actual physical dollar, penny, whatever, the currency that we use in our society, it wouldn't even exist either. It would have faded out too, but because we put so much behind, well, if you got this, then you can get more of this, or you know what I mean? Like we put the value, like Josh said, is the value that the people put behind it. That's what makes it currency, or that's what makes it valuable. The moment that everybody's like, this shit ain't real, Bitcoin will go out of business and be done.
Yeah.
But I think how they're driving it too is they're pushing it so much that they're pushing businesses to say, hey, you can pay with Bitcoin. So now people are like, oh, I can invest the Bitcoin and then I can use it this way. But you never touching a dollar bill that has Bitcoin written on it at all. So the only proof you got for the Bitcoin is your phone or your tablet or whatever's control, whatever you do to monitor it, and that's it. If the computer system went out, you would be broke as hell.
Yep.
And I think that's kind of what they're kind of pushing us towards eventually, period. They want everything to be digital. That's why, for example, the laundromat down the street from my house, they've put up signs like, we have limited amount of quarters. And I don't know if they do this just for the homeless people that come in there and get quarters. I don't know. I don't know why homeless people come in there and get quarters, but they're like, we have limited amount of quarters. When we run out of quarters, you have to use our loyalty card, which is a kind of like a credit card or a laundry debit card. You go and load money on, and they have the machines, and you do it all. It's all digital. There's no money exchange at all. But should you lose that card, whatever value of money you have on the card is done. They don't have a way to trace it. They are not going to replace it either. So it's like, a lot of places don't take cash. It's credit only. When you do these deliveries, these food deliveries and stuff, you have to use your card. If you ain't got no debit card, no credit card, you're not getting no food either. Ain't no more cash on delivery. So,
cash.
Nope. And that's the bottom line of it all. I think they are definitely moving in more and more ways to track people's movements. And that kind of scares me because it's like everything is digital. Like I've had hella interviews and it's all digital. All on Zoom, and the shit that be killing me is the phone interviews because you really can't even get a feel for a person's real personality or who they really are over the phone. Like, because a lot of how you react, a lot of how you communicate is nonverbal and reading people's body language and stuff like that. But you don't know who you're going to be working with these days. They talk good on the phone, but in person, maybe not so much. So it's just, I don't know. The more social we get, the more antisocial we get. And there's a lot of things that are driving us in those directions. So I kind of feel like we got to get back to the social shit.
Right.
back to being around people. What's up, Woon? How you doing today?
I'm good. How's everybody doing? How y'all doing today?
What's going on, man?
We chilling.
I'm vibing out, man. I'll be in my elements and shit. So I'm just chilling right now. I'm out here in Vegas chilling. The weather's starting to change right now, so it's not as hot as it usually be in Vegas and shit too. So they finally, Vegas winter come late and shit.
So it's still warm out there right now?
Yeah, it was like I think that it had a high today of like 80, probably even like in the mid 70s. But now, at night it's really like cold and shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Y'all hitting the 50s?
It's probably that. Definitely.
Well, Vegas be on some extreme shit. Like when it's hot, and when it's cold. Like, Jesus.
Exactly.
Where is it in between? But yeah, it's cool. I just was talking to one of my homegirls. She just moved to Vegas and she's like, you could come out here and visit me. I was like, yeah, girl, I gotta wait till after the winter because I can't take them Vegas winters. And I definitely gotta come before the summer because a motherfucker will melt in Vegas during the summertime.
That's a fact. It's thing.
You still driving, Moon?
Yeah, hell yeah.
On the road again. That's what I think about every time I hear about people driving.
Yeah, that just going around to like travel, man. When I first started, like my first 6 months, I got an opportunity to see places that I've never been. Like, you know what I mean? And just seeing like different spots and, going to the East Coast and being down south and things like that. It's just like, man, we miss out on so much because, if we don't take the time to travel, only thing that we know is what we know, right? Mm-hmm. And I had a good friend of mine that he just now took a trip to I think he did Arizona, New Mexico, and another one of the states. And he was so much inspired by it. He said that he was about to, or him and his girl, they're about to get an RV and just live out the RV and then just.
Yes, I'm all about that life. I thought about doing that my damn self recently.
Yeah.
And just live in that RV and just drive. Yeah. I mean, I think I won't say I'm well traveled, but I've traveled a few different places in the United States. I've been out of California for sure. A lot of people that I know from California have never been out of California. I'm like, and I'm not talking about just going to Vegas. No, that's not really out of California. There's hella Californians are in Vegas.
Right.
Go to the other side of the states and see how they live out there. Then you get a real perspective, a real life perspective of how life is outside of this little bubble we live in over here. But some people live in real ass lives out here. Like some people really, really don't have no grocery store for miles. And if they do, they close at a certain time. You know what I mean? Like they really have to live off of what they have. And they don't have fast food restaurants that they can just walk to like I do. But it's kind of crazy like how the differences in the world is, even though it's the same country. But yeah, I just think that a lot of people need to have that experience, period, just to appreciate where they at, or appreciate where they came from, or appreciate, how good their life is, and have gratitude, which is the topic of the show today. Gratitude. What do you got planned for Thanksgiving, Room?
I don't celebrate Thanksgiving.
I knew that answer.
Nah, but you know, I was just saying, I'm just joking. But for the most part, I'm trying to work. Try to get these projects out. So I've been just working. So I plan on going back to Cali and being out there and working this shit. That's pretty much it.
Working on some short films.
Shit, I might do that too. But yeah, I'm definitely trying to get this music out right now. So I'm gonna go out there and handle some business out there, and you know. But you know, of course, I'm gonna be with family and friends and things like that because I'm gonna be in SAC. So anytime I do that, I tap in with people anyway. So you know, it's good. I think you know, for any type of holiday, I was at a point in time to where I wasn't fucking with holidays, and just being, because I don't know if I disclosed this before, but I was raised Jehovah's Witness and shit. So naturally, holidays wasn't even, you know, I was never enthused by them anyway, right?
Yeah.
But as I started pushing towards my journey and shit, like, you know, then it was like, hell no, fuck is a holiday. So I kind of still sided with the religious part of that shit, right? But then when I got past that, I'm like, yeah, you know, it is an opportunity for people to, you know, get together with their family and do shit like that. So as long as you understand that part and you're not actually, you know, worried about whatever traditions that's being placed or held or anything like that, then you know, there's nothing wrong with holidays.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about holidays too. It's like, cause I don't celebrate it for what they've commercialized it to be. But like you said, it's always an opportunity for family and friends to get together and just break bread with each other, enjoy each other's company, you know, catch up and just have a good time. I mean, I'm never against that. I just also feel like that's something that we should do more often than on holidays. So it doesn't seem like a holiday for us to get together. It should just be a normal ass thing that we do.
Right. And see with that, because me and Self-Made, we was talking about this shit probably like a couple of years ago, to where we was just gonna start our own holidays and shit, right? And you know, to whoever wants to be involved with the shit. And you know, just for that purpose, just so we wouldn't have to feel like, but then again, at the same time, how the system is set up, like, you know, everybody has some allotted time off, you know, during the traditional national holidays that, you know, we can damn near only utilize that time to have these certain particular things. So if anything, I would say, you know, you can still come together, but you can make it for your own reasons at that point in time. Like, you know what I mean?
Kind of rename it. Like me and my friends, we call it Friendsgiving. I'm sure that's a common thing. But it's like, you know, we all come together as friends and everybody bring their kids. I ain't got none, but that's cool. But, you know, it's like the time that everybody just comes together, and it's like, even the ones that can't go out sometimes, this is the time that we all chilling. So, yeah, I don't know exactly what my plans are this year, but like I said, it's not a big deal to me because I feel like anytime that I'm in a gathering with a group of family or friends, it's Thanksgiving for me because I got to give thanks every day. But you know,
and then there's, you know, there's when we're dealing with the last, what is it, like the last 3, maybe the last 4, which would be Thanksgiving. I'm gonna say probably Halloween and shit too. But you know, when the actual the weather starts to change, and then we come into these winter seasons and shit where the sun is not as prominent as it is, a lot of people naturally get depressed during that time. So going along with the Madonna song, like, we need a holiday, like sometimes that shit is needed because we need that energy, because the energy is not naturally coming from the sun as much as it does throughout the regular, you know, months of the year. So any energy that we can have, anytime that we can be around, you know, good energy, good people, you know, be it family members or whatever, is always a good look. So, you know, and that there's so many different ways that, you know, that we can look at the time of these, when you know, just the holidays, you know, we could just break it down into certain things to where it doesn't have to be a bad thing.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I never really thought about it like that. It is around the time where, you know, the days are shorter and the nights are longer that you get more of these holidays that, you know, call for gatherings. So it's like, you know, getting energy from other people around you and stuff like that. So that makes sense. So I think we gonna take a little musical break for a second. DJ Ro, you ready?
Yep, let's do it. I'm down. Let's do it.
Just a little quick break and then we'll be right back.
Yeah. What's a king to a god? What's an angel to a demon? We on the top of the mountain. Woke up, no dream. What's a king to a god? What's an angel to a demon? We on the top of the mountain. Woke up, no dream. What's a king to a god? What's an angel to a demon? We on the top of the mountain. Woke up, no dream. What's a king to a god? What's an angel to a demon? We on the top of the mountain. Woke up, no dream. I'm scheming on the $1 billion bill. Once you get on, shit get real. Got labels on my phone, but got the keys. All independent, bring the game to their knees. Favorite motherfucker, I got the juice. Now pull up in that old 500 clean. Wow, own business, music on sounds. Heard you little diss, the beat, trash man. Cooking in the lab, stunner. Ain't high from shit, run up. This 27 Inc., the corporation. Keep the thing close, I know they waiting, I'm baking. None of that soda, Dutch split, full of that Yoda. Fuck following, be that leader. All original, fuck the procedure. What's a king to a god? What's an angel to a demon? We on the top of the mountain. Woke up, no dream. What's a king to a god? What's an angel to a demon? We on the top of the mountain. Woke up, no dream. What's a king to a god? What's an angel to a demon? We on the top of the mountain. Woke up, no dream. Yeah, king to a god. What's an angel to a demon? Okay. We on the top of the mountain. Woke up, no dream.
What's an angel to a demon? All my niggas scheming, hopping out and we squeezing. Niggas mad, what the reason for? We be getting dough. Yeah. Police coming asking questions, I can't been a fool. Nah. Big Ape, that's a label, bitch. I wanna do it, I'ma do it, cause I'm able, bitch. Yeah. I got horses in my hood, no stable, bitch. You be lying in them raps, we don't play that shit. Yeah, skirt. Hit the dash. Heard these niggas mad, we getting cash. I was on my ass, I was really doing bad. Stood up on my 10, now I'm really in my bag, yeah. I got chains on the way, nigga. They be worried about me, they some gay niggas. Yeah, I'm all about my money, I don't play, nigga. Try to get up in my way, you gon' lay, nigga.
What's a king to a god? What's an angel to a demon? We on the top of the mountain. Woke up, no dream. What's a king to a god? What's an angel to a demon? We on the top of the mountain. Woke up, no dream. What's a king to a god? What's an angel to a demon? We on the top of the mountain. Woke up, no dream. What's a king to a god? What's an angel to a demon? We on the top of the mountain. Woke up, no dream.
I'm a king, I'm a god, I'm an angel, not a demon. Been this way ever since the egg fertilized by the semen. America land of capitalists, capitalized for any reason. Mad at a black man for any breathing. Cognac tracks off the Henny season. Like some blood, it ain't on me, really in me. Please don't tempt me, watch the semi-empty. Don't get hit, watch that bitch retreat quickly. When it comes to hoes, I'm picky. Same way with my food, same way with the crew. You know the ones known to make it do what it do. Just know I keep it true. Understand adversity, fresh from the clue. Squad still locked, cause respect is the glue. B&B Firehouse, you, Rogue Nation.
Yeah. What's a king to a god? What's an angel to a demon? We on the top of the mountain. Woke up, no dream. What's a king to a god? What's an angel to a demon? We on the top of the mountain. Woke up, no dream. What's a king to a god? What's an angel to a demon? We on the top of the mountain. Woke up, no dream. What's a king to a god? We on the top of the mountain. Woke up, no dream.
We can know better, do better.
Have you seen the grid? Open up that eye. I know they see the trails all up in the skies. Ancestors round me blowing with the sage smoke. Ain't no sleeping around here, yeah, I stay woke. Plant seeds in the soil, yeah, I'm in the garden. Trying to break the system down, that's where we get started. Eating clean, ain't trying to kill us with these GMOs. Running with a pack of wolves like I'm in Minnesota. Black fist up, yeah, it's getting real. Energy and motion, no more sitting still. Liberating minds, no more chains on you. My knowledge be the bullets when I bang on you. Spreading all this love for these hate niggas. Always dropping jewels cause I stay with them. Cleaning up this mother earth, yeah, we gotta live. It's okay to take a little, but be down to give. Geometric signs got me tapped in. Said watch this knowledge make you hit a backflip. We living in the now, you talking past tense. This light I got is shining everlasting. Hey, watching all the news say the same shit. Feeding you this bullshit information. They gotta keep you ill, they make money off medication. What keeps the system going is really the education. Killer flu shots, poison babies with these vaccines. High frequency, you don't know, you better ask me. While you're talking, I'll be looking at the fact sheets. Subconscious got me sitting in the backseat. Yeah, you see the chakras, man, I got them lined up. Started from the bottom, now the mind rising up. Still sleeping, I ain't worried cause they time is up. Universal cosmos, I see it lining up. Gotta keep it real, they be looking like a mannequin. Start talking healthy, everybody get to panic. Lost in illusions, they can't through the fantasy. I'm 360, Fibonacci with the galaxy. Sun gazing feet grounded to the source though. Tapped in with the stars, no more horoscope. This God mode, you might want to take some notes. You can be the Black Panther, I'ma still be the GOAT. Have you seen the grid? Open up that eye. I know they see the trails all up in the skies. Ancestors around me blowing with the sage smoke. Ain't no sleeping around here, yeah, I stay woke. Ancestors around me blowing with the sage smoke. Ain't no sleeping around here, yeah, I stay woke. Nature my friend, nature my friend. Nature my friend, nature my friend, nature my friend. Nature my friend, nature my friend. What does that mean? Nature my friend, nature my friend. Nature my friend, nature my friend. Nature my friend, nature my friend. Nature my friend, better tap in, better tap in, better tap in, better tap in, you better tap in. Going within, I ain't going without. Catching momentum, ain't slowing it down. Man, I'm standing tall like I'm a tree. I fly and I feel like a bee. I'm holding it down for the galaxy. I'm staying woke, I ain't going to sleep. That frequency strong, you should be tapping into it, man. What you was doing? I'm speaking the truth, the people are lost. I'm just trying to clear the confusion. I don't need a friend, just for Mother Nature. You wanna live, but ain't trying to save it. The times now, I don't mess with later. Just think about it, do yourself a favor, for real. Nature my friend, nature my friend. Nature my friend, nature my friend, nature my friend. Nature my friend, nature my friend. What does that mean? Nature my friend, nature my friend. Nature my friend, nature my friend. Nature my friend, nature my friend. Nature my friend, better tap in. I'm tapped in like roots in the dirt. Growing your food, that's a perk. My health is my milk that converse. With the cycle, I'm breaking the curse. Hold up, I'm dropping jewels when I show up. Third eye zoom and get the close up. Spreading light just how I'm supposed to. That's why I do this for the culture. Crystal water, it get real. Natural herbs, no pills. Got me wavy like the hills. Get the people time to build. I'm just trying to get free, cause ain't that the plan? The only thing that's gonna get us there is nature, my friend. Yeah. Nature, my friend, nature, my friend. Nature, my friend. Nature, my friend, nature, my friend. Nature, my friend, nature, my friend. What does that mean? What does that mean? Nature, my friend, nature, my friend. Nature, my friend, nature, my friend. Nature, my friend, nature, my friend. Nature, my friend, what does that mean?
Yeah, self.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey. Are we back?
Are back.
We back. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? So I know we real chill today. I don't know what's going on. Everybody all right?
Yeah.
Look, I gotta do a friend check-in real
Winter
quick.
vibe.
How my friends doing? Is you my friend? Is you my friend? Y'all all right?
Yeah, we good. It's
I
that
mean,
chill
even
vibe.
Loon
We
is
in
calm. Like,
November. We in November. It's that time where we need the fires lit. You know what I mean? Like it's snuggle season.
it's chill time.
Chill season.
Chill time. Look, you know I'll be having my flashcards, right, Josh? So this is what I got going on right now.
What's that
It
say?
says
Oh, okay.
energy. But I have two energy cards. One got bright colors around it, and this one got the chill colors around it. And this is the strength and vitality required for sustained physical or mental activity. Chill mode. Relaxed, unbothered. That's the mode right now.
Yes.
We be turning up a lot. So I think it's cool to just be turned down a little bit sometimes. It's a recharge. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but this Scorpio moon been fucking me up. So I'm kind of ready for all this little phase to go on, push its way on through here because it's been coming and wrecking up shit.
Oh yeah. That means it was supposed to do that though. It's supposed to do what it do, you know.
Yeah. That's what they say. Hey, it don't make it no easier, bro. It don't make it no easier.
Right.
I've been ready to kill people and I've been almost getting killed by people. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, you know. It is, like you said, it's supposed to bring up all that bullshit so you can purge it on out and get ready for the new year. But Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this is the last water sign of the year. And I had a crazy conversation with one of my homegirls the other day. And she's a Sagittarius, she's a fire sign. And this is the first time I seen this girl cry. And I'm talking about she was laying it out. I'm like, God damn it. I couldn't do nothing but listen and shit, right? So I'm just listening, just making sure she was good. But then I told her at the end, I'm like, hey, you know, we got a full a lunar eclipse that's coming Friday. And then that's pretty much going to introduce the Sagittarius energy. But you know, just dealing with water energy, like, you know what I mean? That's an emotional state. Like, you know what I mean?
Emotional.
Yeah. And so then we're gonna come back into the fire, like the phoenix rising from the fire and shit, right? So even though we may not be those signs per se, we still deal with that energy. I don't know if you guys see me post on Facebook every month. There's something that I say about the signs because it's not just pertaining to them; it's pertaining to the energy that's around us and shit as well.
I can't lie. I don't know how many times. Shit, I'm about to break down and cry right now. Like, I don't know how many times I broke down and cried over some little shit or some big shit in the past couple weeks. But it doesn't take much. I'm just hella emotional, and I'm a Leo. But of course, all of us have all the signs in our chart somewhere. It just depends on what house it's in and how it affects you. But me being a Leo, I'm a fixed sign and I'm a fire sign. So these kind of emotional periods, like right now, too much for me. I'm like, okay, hurry up. I need to process this shit, push that shit out. Like, but yeah, it's definitely taking effect on a lot of people. I know Roselle says he hasn't really felt anything. Roselle's birthday is coming up. So he's like, wow, this shit got to be happening during my birthday month. And I'm like, you picked it.
November, your birthday's in November, Roselle?
Roselle?
Yeah, you mute.
Oh. Is he? I can't see.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, nah, I don't know. I don't know if he's muted or not.
Yep. Hey.
He must be muted. But yeah, his birthday's coming up in a few days.
Oh, okay. That November
But
energy.
he's new to learning about all this energy and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
he's like, what are you talking about? What do you mean people are going crazy right now? Like, they going crazy, bro. It's almost a full moon.
Them energies be making people, you gotta.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you now.
Okay, there you go.
What happened?
I accidentally muted it.
Oh. Yeah. I was telling him your birthday is coming up. When's your birthday? He was asking. That's what John said.
November 21st.
Mm-hmm. Right after the full moon.
Oh yeah, you're right on the cusp too. You right there.
Stay in your house for your birthday. That's my birthday gift.
Nah, get out.
Go out for your birthday. Yeah, you gotta go outside.
Run the streets, man.
I don't think he not ready. Okay. It's gonna be your birthday. It's Scorpio season. We got a Scorpio moon, and it's gonna be a full moon 2 days before your birthday. Sit your ass in the house and be safe.
I think people, when it comes to like, when I be hearing people like, oh, yep, this retrograde finna come hit and it's smacking me all my like all this stuff about what's going
I just
on.
be joking. Those energies is what
I'm
you
not
do
talking
with it.
about you specifically, but like just people in general, you know what I mean? It's like certain stuff that they hear or that, even if they know like, oh yeah, this is about to go into retrograde or this is about to cross over with this. And it's like, I don't know. I think it's just like, let the energy just flow. You know what I mean? Like you just tap into how you feel and, sit with it, resonate with it. And I don't know, a lot of people get too tied up mentally about all this shit going on. And it's just like, it's all energy. It's going to continue to have, this is a cycle. It just shit goes and it's always going to happen. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's like, let the energy just flow,
Yeah. I literally, and to everybody watching, I am joking. Don't stay trapped in your house because of nobody telling you about any kind of moon cycles or anything like that. Because retrogrades can be good for you. It's about how you use the energy. I think that's part of alchemy, right? It's like you can use energies that are less favorable to you. I won't call anything bad or good because I don't believe in no good or bad shit. Something that's good for me may be bad for the next person. So it's about how you use the energy to your advantage. I will say where I live at, whenever I know when it's a full moon outside, because people get a little wacky. And it's just like, ugh. You don't even know why you acting like that, but that's cool. Like, I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to hold you to it. I didn't know why I was acting like certain ways around. But in a room full of guys, I'm going to say this. My cycle revolves around the full moon cycle. So I know what's happening around full moon for me. Yeah. I know I'm probably really irritable. I'm very stressed out. Like, don't say shit to me. I'll pop off on your ass real quick because my fuse is real short. But that's my understanding about the moon cycles.
Do you think? Anybody can answer this. Now, do you think when the moon hits a full moon, it mainly? I'm not gonna say just as a blanket statement, but I'm gonna just throw it out there.
Go ahead, here we go. I knew it was about to get crunk real quick. Let's go.
Do you think that the moon and the cycles of the moon affect women more than it does men?
Absolutely.
Because I mean, just from my own perspective.
Don't get in trouble now, look. Because we can't come over there and fight for you. Watch what you say.
I'm gonna word it properly,
Okay.
But I was just gonna say, from my perspective, that's what it kind of seems like. It seems like it affects women more than I hear men talking about. Oh man, my emotions is tripping today. Like, you know what I'm saying? It seems like it's always hitting more of a feminine energy type of thing.
Well, because you know the moon is more connected to your emotional side or your feminine side. So yes, that's why it would tap into us more. Now, some women have a little bit more masculinity than others, so it may not affect them as much. But it definitely, once I start to learn more about the different cycles of the moon and what this crescent moon, what the waxing moon, what the full moon, what it all means and stuff, I start to realize how my body is changed, is affected by the times. And I don't even need no calendar. I know just by the moon cycles what time it is for me every month.
So when does the masculine side come in? When the sun come back out? When it hits summer or something? That's when the dudes start fighting.
That's what they say. They say the sun is masculinity, divine masculine, right?
Okay.
But we all have to realize we have both. All of us have both.
Definitely.
That's why you get some men who are more emotional. You'll get some women who are more masculine.
Yeah, be ready. Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah, but it is a fact. I'm going to vouch for that. I don't know about the viewers at home. Y'all chime in the chat if you got something to say about that. I definitely agree. Yes, the moon contributes to our cycles personally.
So we just left out, Woon.
Yeah, it's a wrap for the men. We gotta,
y'all got cycles all the fucking time. What the fuck you talking about? Y'all probably going through a cycle right now. I don't know. That's up to y'all. Y'all tell us. I'm a woman.
Okay, well, let's do that. If we're talking about men being more controlled by the sun or having more effect from the sun, then naturally during the winter time, during cuddle season, we get to be the little spoon and shit.
Mm-hmm. That's why a lot of babies get made. And then the babies is born in the summertime, like my ass. See? Live in the flesh. I don't think there's a such thing as a little spoon. Have you ever considered yourself a little spoon?
During the wintertime, I'm the little spoon. There's no sun that's out, so I get to be the little spoon.
For some reason, I feel like you enjoy being a little spoon, but that's neither here nor there.
See, with being a little spoon, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, because just like you said, we both have both. So I embrace all parts of myself. So it's good. I like it.
Okay. So let me stretch this topic out a little bit. When it comes to like sexuality and spirituality, how do you think those two intertwine?
You said sexuality and spirituality? And what do you mean intertwine in what aspect?
Like, since you become more tapped into your spiritual self, how has sexuality been affected by that?
You said,
have you still chasing women? Or
oh, you mean in that aspect?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me say this to that. I think that that we came through this portal. I mean, we came here through sex. Like, you know what I mean? So naturally we're just sexual beings. Like, you know what I mean? So when you come into this spirituality, you have a responsibility, right? Before I even came into this part of myself, I practiced abstinence before on my own accord, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is I don't know if I said this on here before, but this was in the height of the summer. And, you know, I was a weed man and shit at the time. So I had access to women all the time. And this is when I decided to, explore that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was a little different. It was, you know, I got an opportunity to see, you know, how women really are when it comes down to the sex part of the shit. Because I'm not, you know, showing anything. I'm just chilling. So they just like, why is this nigga just chilling? Like, you know what I mean? Come here, like, you know what I mean? Type shit. But and I'm glad that I did that, because now that I'm where I'm at right now, I have a lot of control when it comes down to this, because I'm gonna keep it a band. The more that I started to get into this and the more that I started to speak about it, it intrigued women, because I wasn't, conversations changed now. Like, you understand what I'm trying to say? So it's not now just, hey, baby, what's your name? What's your sign? Like all that other shit. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just chilling. And it's just like, okay, well, what is we talking about? So now I understand that they have a thing called, what you call that shit? That people are attracted by intellect. What's that called? Sapiosexual or something like that?
Asexual?
Sapiosexual or something like that. Sapiosexual. Yeah. But so I realized that that's a real thing and shit, right? So just like, and I'm not trying to put it on there like that, but I've been, you know, a lot of women told me that they're attracted to my intellect and shit. But to me, it's just me being me. So with that, you know, I had to definitely to answer your question, like, it is tied in like a motherfucker, but it's still all about self-control at the end of the day, because again, we're talking about sapiosexual being a real thing. So if people are naturally attracted to either somebody who's tapped into the mental side, which is ultimately the spirit side, like, you know what I mean? So those two things are intertwined, and people are attracted by that, regardless to whatever. But again, for me, it's just about self-control, because I don't want to use that to my advantage to take advantage of, you know, of people that just want to hear me
I'm
say
about to
some
say, you can use your spirituality getting them draws.
Nah. Nah, you can't. Nah, I mean, and the thing about it is that because if I do, it's not even the fact that I wouldn't be wrong for doing it, because it's going to be a fair exchange. I'm keeping it a band. I won't be wrong for doing it because it's a fair exchange. Just like, you know, if I'm taking a chick to go to the movies or go out to eat or do something, and I'm spending money on her and she gives me sex at the end of the day, that's a fair exchange. And just like prostitutes, it's a fair exchange. All this shit is a fair exchange when it comes to the energy. But me personally, I wouldn't put myself in that, because I know that I can have that. So it's just like, if I know I could get it like that, it's easy. Like, you know what I mean?
Is it a fair exchange though?
It's a fair exchange.
So
but
you
I mean,
you take
I'm
me
saying,
to the movies. My punani is worth $17.95. If we get some popcorn, $22.95.
Yo, if that's what you're gonna exchange it for, then hell yeah, that's fair. Yeah, but I mean, it just depends. But and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So when it comes down, like, if we're gonna put it on that scale, where I'm at mentally and spiritually, and somebody try to say, "Hey, well, I'm just give you some pussy for that shit." Like, what? Like, you know, you can't put no.
I wish I could go to Bonds and be like, you know what, $78.95. You know, just come back. I'll give you the pussy for this. I gotta eat tonight though. Like, I don't think that's how it works.
I'm trying to tell you, there's the spiritual, the sexuality that's tied into the spiritual shit is off the hook. Like, you know what I mean? People really make love babies because they're so much intertwined with each other by way of connecting their spirits. Like, you know what I mean? So the sex is the sex is the byproduct.
The sex is a bonus at that point.
Yeah, definitely.
So how often do you? I'm sorry, Josh. Go ahead. My bad.
Well, I was just gonna say, at the end of the day, it's all sex. It's all an exchange. It don't matter really. Like, just talking can be considered sex, and you know what I'm saying. So, like what he was saying, as far as like the even exchange or exchange in general. Like that's really what it comes down to, is the fact that it's an exchange. If you're willing to give it up, after a movie and some popcorn, then that's what you are exchanging. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, girl, your pussy worth more than $25. Don't do it. But go ahead.
Okay, so then at that point, it would be like, so
well,
then
how
what
much
is it worth? What is it worth? It would be worth what? A conversation then, right?
Right.
If I didn't take you out and I didn't do none of that, and we was just chilling at the house and you gave it up without nothing, then it would still be spiritual first. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. No, I feel you. I'm just, I just gotta play devil's advocate.
Yeah, nah. What was you gonna say though?
I don't know. I'm still stuck at the popcorn. In the movies. But like you said, and that's a real ass thing. That's what I was gonna say is people like to talk a lot of shit about women who strip and who are prostituting. And then I think about it as like, well, shit, I do what they do and I don't get no cash for it. But I'm getting paid, but with an energy, like you guys are saying, like it's the energy exchange. Like that's why I say I'm asking the question, like, what do you guys think about spirituality and sexuality? Because I feel like when you do go to that level with someone, it's more than just sex. And I don't think a lot of people understand that. Like you are giving your energy and you're allowing them to take a piece of you as well as give you a piece of them. So you have like a deeper bond than just, the sexual, the physical action, So it goes deeper than that, and it can create a lot of soul ties. So
yeah, that's kind of like what Self-Made was saying. Like, at that point, any exchange would kind of be like the sex, like, you know what I mean? Just like when we're and I said this to the group that we got and shit, like, there's certain doors that we can walk through that some people can't walk through in a monogamous relationship, because what we're talking about is intimate, right? So we're having an intimate exchange. So the sex has already happened. The mental shit has already happened. The physical shit is the mental and the spiritual shit, it already happened. So only thing left to do is the fuck. Like, if you want to take it there, like, you know what I mean? But sometimes, especially for me, where I'm at right now, sometimes not fucking is better than fucking. And that people may not even understand that. They might be like, well, tripping.
I understand it.
Sometimes it's just like, nigga, like, nah, I know that I can fuck you and you know that everything's good, but nigga, but this, again, the spiritual shit, like, sometimes there's no greater, you can't get greater than that, in my personal opinion.
Wait, what's the song called? Mind Sex? Who sings that song? That's an old ass song.
That might be Common. Yeah.
It's a real thing. I think a lot of people, don't like to think of it that way, but it's a real ass thing. I just have to say one thing. I have this book that I journal in, right? And some of the pages have different quotes, right? And I just flipped it open right now. And you want to know what page I flipped it open to? It says, do the best you can until you know better. Then when you know better, you do better. Maya Angelou. Like, and I did not, I swear to God, I did not know that fucking page was in here. And I'm just like, that's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother show. That's the alignment part. That's the other card I pulled this week, Josh. Alignment and an energy. But I kind of feel like without you having like a real connection with somebody, the sex doesn't really mean that much. Like, it's so empty. Like, yeah, we did it. It might have been good at the moment, but it's like, I don't really remember it. Like, I don't know. It gets a little bit way deeper once you get on a spiritual level and you actually you're completing the mind, body, spirit thing, and with someone, it's a little bit on a different level. But I mean, that's just me.
Mm-hmm.
Does it turn you off when a girl is not spiritual or she's not connected on a spiritual level?
Yeah, definitely. Like, I mean, I don't see how that'll even work if y'all, you know what I'm saying, you ain't even thinking alike, you ain't on the same type of frequency. At that point, like you said, it would just be just a fuck and not nothing to remember. You know what I mean? Like that would be pointless. It will waste the energy at that point.
Yeah, at that point, it would be to literally explore your lower self to get off whatever that you need. Sometimes people just fuck to just get off blow off some steam and shit. You feel me? Because they've been affected negatively and they're in their lower state. So when they're in that lower state, the best thing to do is hop into chakra, lower chakra, to get the shit popping. Like, you know what I mean? But nah, yeah, definitely. Me personally, I just have a natural attraction to women and shit. So I will say this.
Oh God, here we go. Brace yourself, ladies and gentlemen.
I definitely don't mind if you're not where I'm at, because I understand where I was at when I was there. But before we do anything, because I'm not the type of person that can not be who I am and shit. Like, you know, I don't care what the situation is and shit, right? So in fact, I've been in a situation to where there was a chick that I was wanting to smash and shit. And you know, during this point in time to where I'm, you know, in my bag, you know, the opportunity got presented to me and shit, right? And she get a room and shit, so I go to the room or whatever, and we're literally, you know, she's drinking, I'm drinking and shit, but you know, we get into a debate about something, but she on her spirit high too, so don't get me wrong. But she was saying something that I wasn't feeling, like, you know what I mean? Like, nah, I ain't fucking with that shit. And I literally was about to pass up some sex because she wasn't, like, we was finna have to talk that shit out, like on some real shit. But you know, ultimately she tapped in, and then, you know, and then whatever after that. But I ain't.
He almost lost his dick on that bullshit.
Exactly. That's a fucking fact.
Listen to me when I'm talking. Almost lost some good dick talking that nonsense.
And you want to know what? And she understood what I was saying, and she finally just gave in. And I wore her ass out. I ain't gonna hold you. I wore, man, look.
I hate to think that you was punishing her for not agreeing with you in the beginning, but it was probably a good punishment. Josh, I know you and your lady, y'all on the same page for sure. But do you think that it was difficult? It will be difficult to have a relationship with someone who is not tapped in as you are.
Like, yeah, definitely for sure. Especially like on some long-term type shit. Like, yeah, I mean, it'd be different if you know what I'm saying, you working towards it, or you know what I'm saying, you can see that somebody working towards it or whatnot. But for the most part, again, if it's just like, you know, somebody you rock with and they on the frequency that they on, you know what I'm saying, and you just let them be with, you know what I'm saying, like at the end of the day, then it would just be a certain type of connection, just like with anything, you know what I mean? Like, I don't necessarily want to say boundaries, but you got, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're on the same frequency, you're on the same frequency. If not, you could kind of meet them where they at, you know, for the sake of the conversation or the moment or whatever that may be. But outside of that, I don't see it going too far. You know what I mean?
It'll hit a plateau, or it'll hit a ceiling where it can't grow any further. And I mean, I've asked this question to a couple of my friends. I'm just like, do you feel as though you can have a relationship with someone who is not as spiritually aware or spiritually awakened as you are? If, you know, if they haven't had an awakening at all. And majority of them say no. And I mean,
Well,
like you said, I feel like it's difficult. It's very difficult because you guys are never going to see eye to eye on a lot of things. But if they are someone who's open, like Josh said, they're open to learning, like they're trying to, you know, expand their shit, it could possibly work, but it's still a rough road.
Yeah,
Still
no,
rough.
I've had women ask me that shit, especially, you know, again, when I started like actually speaking about this shit, like, you know what I mean? And it was hard for them to get in. They're like, well, how do I get in with this nigga? Then when they was like, all right, I can't get in. They was like, okay, so, and I'm talking, and I'm not capping. Multiple women was asking me, well, you know, will you ever talk to somebody that's not on that type of time? And I was like, man, it's gonna be a little bit difficult because we can talk on the surface, you know, everything is fine. Like I'm not worried about like surface shit, but when it comes down to a specific situation, like how I'm going to assess the situation and move and, you know, do my thing and shit, like you may still be, well, we're just gonna pray about it. When I'm like, no, we're finna go make this shit happen. You understand what I'm trying to say? So it's two different types of energies and shit. So it's just like it's either but my question was a little different because it was saying of somebody that still has a religious background. And it's just like in that aspect, like it's just like, yeah, you know, it's either you're gonna either be fake with the relationship or you're gonna be fake to your God. Which one is more, you know what I mean? Because if you fucking with me and I don't fuck with your type, like, you know what I mean, as far as the religion wise, then you're not being true to the God who you serve. Like, you know what I mean? And if you do serve that God, then you can't, you know, we can't be in a relationship because I full-fledged don't fuck with that shit. We can come to just like you just said with if you're open to ultimately just be like, hey, what are you talking about type shit? Because I can relate to religious motherfuckers, but they have a cap. So I'm past that cap. You understand what I'm trying to say? So when it comes down to that part, it's just like shit. I'm not praying for nothing. We ain't doing none of that shit. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, they're going to limit themselves with the religion, so they're going to be limited with me. So I can't do that.
Yeah. And so do you think someone who is tied into religion, what do you think it will be the hardest challenge? Someone that's tied into religion versus someone that has no religion? But neither one on the spiritual level.
I would say that has no religion. And the reason why I say that is because at that point in time, when you're nothing, you're everything, right? So when you have nothing, then you have everything, meaning that they're open to receive everything. There's some religious motherfuckers who will take that shit to their grave, and you would never make a connection with them. So if you got somebody that doesn't claim anything or has no religion, then that means that they're more than likely to be connected to what you're saying because they haven't been indoctrinated already.
Right. What say you, Josh?
Shit, I'm right with it. Like somebody that's you know, stuck in religion. I mean, that's their cap right there. You know what I mean? There's no getting past that unless you're trying to put. I mean, and that's the thing. I mean, some people they may be willing to try to put in that work to convert somebody or get them out of that. But I mean, if it's somebody that's really in there, you just wasting your time. You know what I mean? It's like
I'm not wasting my time trying to convince nobody to do nothing.
Yeah, so at that point, yeah, it would definitely be somebody that's not into religion, because then that opens the door to a whole bunch of different stuff. You know what I mean? Whether it's something that you actually into, if it's something narrow or, more broad when it comes to just having an open mind to certain things.
Right.
So what about you? What you think, Trey?
How you feel about it?
Both of them are a challenge, but I'd rather the person with no religion. Although I will say this, I grew up in religion, so as horrible as some parts of it is, I still gathered something out of it. Like I learned how to have faith in something. I feel like some people who don't have that kind of background, like they don't really have any real realistic examples of having faith and hope in something. Like they just think everything just happens because it's supposed to happen, or this was lucky, or this is coincidence. I think life is a little bit more than just coincidence or I was lucky. I think that we manifest, and I think that you get the energy you give and a whole bunch of other extra shit. But if I had to pick out of the two, I pick the one with no religion, because at least I know you don't have any prerequisites already. Like you're kind of like a blank slate, even though you might not be that blank because, you take in everything, but at least I know you're not going to be like, well, that's not what the Bible says, or this is not what the Quran says, or you know what I'm saying? Like, you're open to learning because you haven't been taught anything else. Some people be so stuck in their ways, you can't teach them nothing new. Like old ass people, they hear you talk about don't pray, praying to God, doesn't always heal everything. They'll shit their pants. Like, how dare you say that about my Lord? It's like, it's not disrespectful to the Lord. We also understand we are God. We are an extension of him. We have the same power that he has. But yeah, no religion.
I think the religious people, and this is just coming from me personally, just like you were saying about the belief in with the faith and shit, that could go both ways, because it's kind of scary, because some people don't get the understanding of what they're believing or what they have faith in. So the faith is just still that blank space because it's not based on anything solid, right? Other than having faith, like, you know what I mean? So, but I think it also at least introduces you into, depending on how you receive it, it introduces you to the wrong shit, to where like, nigga, this some bullshit, so let me get to the right shit, like, you know what I mean? So it could go either way. But,
yeah, like I said, I think that's kind of what it did for me, because it's like I was so, like they was jamming that shit into me so hard, and it's like, well, wait a minute, this can't all make sense like this, like, and on top of that, you are teaching me one thing, but y'all act and behave a completely different way than you teaching me this Bible says to be. Bible tell you to love everybody, but you're out here hating people who don't go to church. I don't understand how that works. So I don't know. It was too many contradictory points in there for me. But it was because I had to learn the book. You see what I'm saying? You have to learn the wrong to know what's right, so to speak. So, or vice versa, whatever, however that goes.
Mm-hmm. What you think, Roselle? Well, you say you're not religious, but how you feel about it?
I'm kind of in the middle, man. I've been going to a religious school like forever, so I got to see all the different like Catholics. I got to see Baptists and all that stuff, and so I mean, when it comes all together, I mean, faith. I get the faith part, but I think with religion, even with spirit being spiritual, I think when it comes down to it, I mean, they all could be the same in some ways. I see it in certain people, certain things. Some people are real with it, some people ain't. It just depends on the sect of people. So I'm kind of in the middle. I kind of just look kind of see what I feel about. So like y'all cool people, y'all straightforward. Now I met some spiritual people that are like they come at you, boy, it's just crazy. And there's something that like mild about it. They explain themselves, and I'm like one of the people that if you act wild, I'm like, okay, all right, whatever. If you explain yourself like you're saying, I'm gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna listen to them, see what they talking about. That's kind of how I am. So I'm kind of like in that mode with it. And as in with the relationship part, I kind of believe I don't want someone that's like me. I don't want too much like me. I want something a little bit different from me. I'm attracted to a little bit different. I don't want someone that's like me. I want someone that complements the stuff that I can't do. So that's what I look for.
Nah, I fuck with that part. Reason being is because I think if you have at least somewhat of a foundation with somebody in terms of how you guys rock and shit, that's absolutely dope. But when it comes down to just having somebody that's like exactly like how you are, so where's the growth going to come in and shit, right? And the only space that would be for that exchange would be the male-female exchange. You know what I mean? Like the exchange of the opposites in that aspect. You know what I mean? Which is absolutely fine still, but still to explore somebody else's differences will ultimately bring you to where they're at, and you know what I mean? Hopefully that they'll be able to come where you at as well. So I fuck with that.
So would you rather have someone who is more spiritually inclined to you where you're at, or a little bit lower but growing?
With me personally, if I find hey, trust me, hey.
It's only 144,000 of us.
You said 144,000.
Only y'all get that. Roselle, I'll explain it to you later. So I mean, if you find one of them.
But nah, it's for me, I don't know, man, because I be putting in work. There's some females who came and knocked on the door and shit. I let them in, they was talking about that work. And I ain't been in the energy enough to see who's out there. But if I find somebody, yeah, they would definitely have to be, where I'm at, or at least, just like right, like just like right there and shit, like you know what I mean. So they would have to be fucking close, like you know what I mean. But then again, like you never know, because I might want that challenge, because I like challenges and shit, like you know what I mean. So I might have that challenge.
Maybe your job would be to help them get to your level.
That's what I mean. That's what I was gonna say. So if now again, but they would have to be open enough, again, going back to cleaning that slate. If they got a clean slate, if they're willing to empty out their cup, you know what I mean, and have me pour it in, then it's Gucci, like you know what I mean, we could rock. And I do that on the regular, like you know what I mean. But in terms of having somebody that I'm also intimate with, and that might be different, like you know what I mean. So it'll be a definite challenge for me though, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think they have to be close. I'm not even that far into it. I'm only a couple years deep, but I still know, like, there's just certain conversations that I can't have anymore, or certain things I can't do anymore. Certain, we got to be able to have a certain conversation to keep my brain stimulated. It's not even just about what you can do down here for me. Keep my mind going. Like, once I start losing focus on you, that's when I start losing feelings too. And I know it's a weird thing, but if me and you can't have a conversation, like a real plentiful, healthy conversation, I start losing interest. I got ADD like a motherfucker when it comes like that. Because I'm someone who needs to be learning constantly. Teach me something, learn something. Like, you know, we supposed to be growing here. When we hit that plateau where shit just at a standstill and we ain't got much to say, it's like, okay, now I'm starting to question this shit. So I think, but there's only a few people who have conversation aside from just the sex shit. Only 144,000 of us. I'm out here looking.
Hey, are you? When you say that, do you mean that on a literal sense? What?
Right.
Because I gotta ask. Because I'm like, hold on, wait. Because you said it the first time.
Yeah, we've done heard that way too many times on a literal sense, and then you know, then we're gonna have to drill you, Treka.
Yeah, because you said it twice, so now I'm like, all right, what are we talking about? Right?
We might have to bring the guns out.
I have a feeling somebody been saying that in y'all group.
Well, naturally we build with, again, coming from Jehovah's Witnesses. My background, like, you know what I mean. They believed in the 144,000. Hebrew Israelites believe in 144,000. So there's a lot of people that, or a lot of religious groups that refer to this 144,000 people. Jehovah's Witnesses say that it's all people, men and women alike. Hebrew Israelites said it's only men. So I'm just trying to see where you at with yours.
I'm nowhere with it. I think that I don't believe it because I mean.
Oh, so you was just joking when you were saying, okay, I got you.
But I know what you guys, I know what the numbers mean in different religion texts and everything. So yeah.
Oh, you talking about like
I
Hebrew?
started saying that because you was talking about you being a Jehovah's Witness earlier in the show. But yeah.
Yeah, nah, that you know, just to clear it up, you know, that 144,000 is just 9. It just breaks down to 9, and it's a full cycle. So we had a build about this, self-made like 6 months ago.
It was a minute ago.
Yeah. And it's, you know, it's talking about coming to a certain awareness. It's not necessarily people, but it's just a vibration and shit. So
which is what we're moving towards right now.
Yeah, which is a 9. And, you know, even when you're dealing with how they were saying the end of the world, the Mayan calendars and shit, they have this thing called a Baktun, and a Baktun is 144,000 days and shit that the new cycle starts again and shit too. So this number, you're going to see it a lot when you start traveling outside of the Bible and shit. So it's they go deep.
You want to know what my favorite number is? And it has been before
7.
all this opened up for me. 9.
Oh, you're a 9
too? First email is just my name with the number 9 after each letter at Yahoo. So T9R9E9K9A9 at Yahoo. And then I was born 8/1/1981. So 9s is all around me. But yeah.
So how far into the 9 do you go?
You know, I'm just starting to get into it right now.
I could tell you some shit about 9 that'll blow your mind, girl. I'm
you have to do the next show. Because I think we what time is it? Oh shit. Okay. It's time to wrap it up. So, fellas, anything you need to announce? What you got going on? You got anything new? You got anything you want to share before we get out of here?
Children's book illustrator just now hit me. She said the pages are pretty much done. She's going to send them. So be looking out for my children's book. Go out and play. It's going to be available, I believe, during the Christmas season and shit. So you can hit me up. I think I might make like a whole website and page for that shit. But as for right now, you can just tap in with me on Facebook, Lawan Woon Terrell, LAJUAN, WOONTERRELL. And that's pretty much it. Other than that, dropping some new music and shit. So you guys could follow my YouTube page. I might put it on my film page. I'm not sure, but just check out Vibe9 Films on YouTube. That's BIB the number 9, because I'm a 9 or 2. BIB the number 9 and FILMC.
And you said you're gonna have your book ready. You said it should be ready around Christmas.
Yeah, for the Christmas season, for the holidays, for the children. It's for the children.
For the children.
For the children's.
Josh, what you got? You good? You got something coming out?
I got music on the way. High frequency music.
I'm gonna keep harassing you.
Yeah, high frequency music too. It's coming. I'm still not quite sure on the drop date, but it'll definitely be like beginning of next year, January or February, not past one of those months. So yeah, definitely be on the lookout on that. That'll be dropping on probably all platforms. Video wise, my YouTube, I think it's self-made.
I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. My shit tripping right now, but yeah, self-made. You could type in any of the names of the first high frequency music, and it should pop up. But other than that, just regular.
Regular schmegular, Roselle.
On Instagram, RozJoy20 or Roz20,000, and on Facebook, Roselle Joyner.
And you can find me on Instagram, no.do.be.better. Also on Facebook, TEELDUB. I really ain't got nothing new working out except for, I'm out here hustling these jobs, son. Just trying to finance my future. And we will definitely be back again, of course, in a couple of weeks, talking about some other shit. Time goes fast when you're having fun. Thank you guys for coming through. I appreciate both of you for stepping into the building. Always a pleasure. Like I said, today was a calm ass show. Like, didn't nobody get too hyphy, Room was cool, Roselle didn't say too much. The normals. But everybody have a good night, and we'll see you.
All right.
All right, y'all.
Peace.